pleasure to have you join us today on the program Healthy Living. I'm Adesi Wasawaje. Today on Healthy Living, we shall be looking at malaria. The same malaria. A pleasure to have you join us today again, Doctor.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay, so how is everything?
Everything is fine.
All right, we are in the rainy season now, and malaria is everywhere. Talk to us. Walk us through that line. Malaria. What malaria is? What fever is? How do we get malaria? What not should be done and be done in this regard?
Yes, malaria, as common as it is the commonest cause of death in Nigeria. The commonest cause of death in Nigeria is not killer asthma and is not bandits.
But you know that's very hard to believe, because people will say ordinary malaria. At what point does it kill?
Yes.
You know that kind of a question, because you just said is the #1 killer disease in the world. But for me and some other persons, we are finding it so difficult to understand that.
Yes, malaria is an endemic disease that is restricted to some particular part of the world. It is not a pandemic as we have in the COVID-19 that affects or ravage the entire part of the world. And by definition, we say that malaria is a parasitic infection that is carried by vector from one person to another. And this malaria carrying vector, or the mosquito that carries this parasitic infection, must be available for malaria to be able to be transmitted from one person to another. And this parasitic infection is called the Plasmodium parasite. And this Plasmodium parasite is of different types. We have the Plasmodium vivax, which is the commonest. We have the Plasmodium falciparum, which is the deadliest or the most fatal of this parasitic infection.
So where do we find all of this in this Nigeria?
Yes, they are actually found in the gut of the mosquito.
Of the mosquito.
Because the mosquito feeding habit is sucking of blood. There are different types of the mosquito. We have the Anopheles mosquito, we have the Culex, we have the Aedes. Those one might be feeding on mosquito on the flower nectars. That's that color part of the flower. But however, this Anopheles stephensi
feeds on blood.
Yes, feeds strictly on blood. And through the process of feeding blood, they will have been infected through the process of sucking an infected person that has malaria, thereby carrying it to another person that is non-infected. So that is to say that for the malaria to be very common, for malaria to be prevalent, it therefore means that there must be mosquito that is the vector carrying the organism. According to World Health Organization, more than 300 million cases are reported worldwide. More than 200 million cases of malaria are reported worldwide. Out of this figure, about 400 to 600,000 deaths are recorded yearly, of which Nigeria in particular contribute to 25%, while in Africa we have about 95%. That is to say that
that's huge.
Malaria is a scourge. It's actually a disease that we have to eliminate in Africa. And this disease actually is a killer to underage group, usually under 5 age group, and usually pregnant women. That is to say that pregnant women as well as children that is under 5 years of age are those that are usually having the complication that might result to mortality or death.
Okay, so why does Nigeria carry the highest malaria burden in the world?
Yes.
Because you just said about 27%.
Yes, because of the geographical location of, of the climate, not only that, I will not say that the Nigeria government, because of the political setting, they are not doing enough in the elimination of malaria. But we will say that climate or the weather is a contributing factor.
Okay.
Just for the very just now, Nigeria is a very hot climatic environment, and not only that, we have a very long rainy season period. Like we're in July, rainy season will start from June down to September, October, November. So this long period of rainy season, we actually is actually a factor that will contribute to abundance of mosquito in the environment.
Okay.
Because the water is needed for mosquito to multiply. Water is needed for mosquito to lay their eggs.
And we have stagnant water everywhere.
Stagnant water everywhere, and not only that, we have bushes which also serve as eating places for those adult mosquito.
All right, for viewers and my humble self who usually think that malaria is just ordinary fever or just fever like that, tell us what exactly happens to the body when someone gets infected, and when does it become severe? That point where we say, oh, there's nothing we can do anymore.
Yes. Once you are bitten by an infected mosquito, the Anopheles stephensi mosquito, that's the female mosquito, it takes 10 to 15 days for the symptom to be manifested. And the commonest symptom of this malaria is fever. The reason why some people will say malaria fever. And once you say fever, some people will even think it's the malaria.
It's malaria.
But the malaria is a disease. The fever is the symptom.
Okay.
The commonest symptom of malaria is fever. And the commonest cause of fever in Nigeria is malaria.
It's malaria.
The commonest cause of fever. My body is hot, I'm feeling feverish. What comes to mind is malaria that is responsible for it. But that is not to say that other disease conditions cannot also cause fever. Other than the fever, another symptom that the malaria can cause is cheese, that shakiness. Not only that, headache is also a symptom. Joint pains or joint weakness is also a symptom.
Okay.
Then you can have abdominal pain, usually in children. Abdominal pain can also be as a result of malaria in children.
Okay.
Not only that, nausea and vomiting. Not only that, somebody can also have diarrhea as a symptom of malaria.
Malaria.
Even cough too. Yes, even cough. Somebody can also cough. And if you look at the pathophysiology, just like the way I said it, once you are bitten by a mosquito, the parasite in the gut enters the blood, and from the blood it finds its way, the sporozoid of that parasite now, whether Plasmodium vivax, whether Ove, whether Nemesis, whether Falciparum, whether Malariae, any of those Plasmodium parasites, that it depends on the mosquito, that is, depends on what the mosquito is carrying. But the commonest one, as I said now, is the vivax, which is very common. And the deadliest of all is the Falciparum. So once it enters the blood, it goes into the liver. It's the liver that is an organ that enables those parasites to mature and multiply. Thereby, it empties into the blood. By the time it leaves the liver and enters the blood, that is when somebody starts manifesting those symptoms.
All right, we're going to take a short break now. When we come back, Doctor, we'll be talking about prevention and, of course, protection, because that is the point we're getting to now. Malaria has started hitting people now again, and in a very, very, very serious way. All right, we're still here, and we're talking about malaria with Dr. Jolly Nusa Igoma. So at this point, Doctor, let me ask you this question. You know that once somebody is feverish, we look for PCM, we look for something, or somebody can even go all out to say, let me go get malaria drugs, we do self-medication, we rest. Maybe after some weeks, the symptoms comes back again. So what are the danger signs that means that someone with malaria needs to go to the hospital immediately and not stay at home and be doing self-nurse and self-doctor?
Yes, malaria symptom can be acute. It could also be a severe form. The acute symptoms that include fever, the chills, the headache, the cough, the diarrhea, the joint pains or the joint weakness, abdominal pain, usually in children. Those one might just be an acute manifestation of the disease condition. But in chronic, somebody might begin to have convulsion or seizure, as the case may be. They might even go into
as a result of malaria.
As a result of malaria, what we call cerebral malaria. It therefore means, you see, when people will say that after the feverish condition, they now start talking, having what you call, hallucination. They start saying things, visual hallucination, kind of.
So malaria
yes, when it enters the brain, the parasite can cause the blood-brain barrier. That will cause the person to have that kind of a symptom, become a severe form. Of course, you don't have to wait
till it gets to that
before it gets to that stage. Not only that, some person might begin to even have what we call malarial nephropathy as a complication, where the malaria will now even affect the kidney as an organ, usually the Plasmodium falciparum. Some people can come down with kidney failure because of malaria. Some person might even come down with a pulmonary congestion. They will be having difficulty breathing because of malaria, as the case may be. Not only that, some person might even begin to pass dark color urine because once the liver starts releasing those
toxins in the system,
which the malaria parasite now into the blood, because the liver is actually the organ where the parasite will have to be matured before it's now releasing to the blood. Therefore, it attacks the red blood cell. So when you start destroying the red blood cell, somebody might become anemic, which may even require blood transfusion for this particular individual. Not only that, somebody might even begin to have passage of a blood urine
as a result of malaria.
Yes, exactly. What the red water fever, as the case may be. So you see that malaria can cause death. Malaria is curable and is preventable, and it's also a killer disease.
Okay, let's look at the R21 vaccine that was somewhat talked about in 2024, I think middle 2024, and we had states like Bayelsa and one other northern state as pilot state to try the vaccines. How far with the vaccine, doctor?
Yes, the vaccine is still on trial.
Okay.
It is not a vaccine for the very just now. You can just go to any clinic or hospital and you access. It's still on because the target is for children and young adults.
Well, what about pregnant women? Because they also it's very dangerous for them to have malaria.
For the pregnant women, we already have a target for them. There's what we call intermittent prevention treatment. For the reason that, for the fact that we are aware that if a woman is pregnant and this woman develops malaria, this woman is at risk of having preterm labor or preterm contraction that will result to a preterm death. Not only that, it's still possible for a woman that is pregnant that develops malaria in pregnancy to have what we call intrauterine growth retardation. The baby will be having a stunted growth that might even be comfortable to life. They might not even be able to survive in that early stage of life. So as a result of that, every woman that comes for antenatal will give them 3 doses of IPT at different time. Whether they come down with malaria symptom or not. But that is different from malaria in pregnancy. Somebody that is pregnant can come down, somebody that is pregnant can come down with malaria symptoms, and we must be very sure that it is malaria. That is why the investigation, the laboratory investigation is very important. Either the use of microscopy or the use of rapid diagnostic tests, which will actually reveal that this patient has malaria. We can treat this patient like a normal patient, considering the risk against pregnancy. So for pregnant women, we already have a target for it. So the vaccine is to target young children. Is to target under 5 age group and young, adult, as the case may be. Because the major deaths that we say that 300,000 to 400,000 deaths are recorded yearly. I will tell you that pregnant women as well as underage
children,
usually less than 5 age, are usually the highest number that is recorded in terms of deaths. So those persons need the vaccine. However, we are still expecting that very soon the vaccine will be very common.
You know, it was a great relief, and it was well accepted when federal government came out with the announcement that there's going to be malaria vaccine and all of that since 2024. Abi?
Yes.
Maybe so, doctors.
Yes, actually, the came up with it in 2021.
Okay.
So it was in 2024 got to Nigeria, but not too very accessible. It's still not very accessible.
Because one may be tempted to ask, COVID-19, within 6 months, the vaccine was everywhere.
Because it was a pandemic.
So because this one is not a pandemic.
Yes, it's an endemic disease. It's restricted to,
to Africa.
And some, few European and Asia country, as the case may be. Don't forget that even during that COVID-19 pandemic era, when those vaccines came out, how many of them were produced in Nigeria? It was international donor. We got them through donors.
We get some vaccines from the international community.
Yes,
how come malaria is not one of them till now? At least the whole place should be like flooded with malaria vaccine since it's endemic.
That is supposed to be the goal. That is where the international body. That is why we still believe that.
Is it that some persons are not pushing the right buttons at the right corner?
And in pharmaceutical, this is not something I'm supposed to say on air. I will tell you that the commonest drugs available
are malaria drugs. Everybody
so once you have the vaccine and maybe
they say malaria drugs.
Nigeria is now certified free for malaria. Even when you go to hospital, I will tell you that they will say 1 out of every 5 is malaria.
I was somewhere trying to pump my tire, and then this Alagbo, this herb, these people that sell herb, what do I call them, street hawkers of herb, was administering Agbo to somebody.
Yes.
And he said, after you take him, 2 hours, go take fancy that. You know that fancy. And then I say, hey, okay, make a right time. And then he wrote it. He said, now that one, after you take this Agbo. So I'm beginning to wonder what is really happening to us when it comes to taking care of our health. From what you have said now, that malaria is dangerous. It is not just, it is not ordinary. It is a killer thing that we should be mindful of.
Yes. Once you are infected with malaria and you play with it, like the Plasmodium falciparum, the Plasmodium parasite, which I said is the deadliest, sometimes the manifestation of the symptom might just last for like 24 hours before the person will just be reported dead.
Okay. To
tell you how deadly it is. So taking the right drugs is a step in preventing malaria from causing death. So World Health Organization they came up with combination therapy. You see, most of the drugs that we used to know, they are not resistant. Chloroquine was a very common drug for treating malaria, but chloroquine is no longer in use for the treatment of malaria because even the Plasmodium parasite now is resistant to chloroquine. So the accepted World Health Organization regimen, in fact, most of the drugs, very common drugs that you know, they are either a combination of artemether plus artesunate.
All right, what's the way forward now? We have just a minute to do that. What's the way forward now?
Yes, the way forward is to ensure that your environment is free from mosquito.
Okay. Because
the mosquito is the vector carrying microorganism, the parasitic organism that causes the malaria. Therefore, you ensure that there is no stagnant water in your environment. The government have a role to play. Individual too have a role to play. So ensure that those gutters, those stagnant water around, they are well drained. In the house, ensure that the open water, some persons, they will face their house, they use this water, and they use this bottle as a defense, against, invaders for coming to their compound. But those broken bottles can begin to retain water. And by the time those broken bottles retain water, mosquito goes in there and start breeding. So any water that you are not making use of, maybe like an open jar in your house, ensure that you close them, because water is required for mosquito to multiply. Like this very rainy season now, you will not see that mosquito will be everywhere, because they will breed, they need water to breed. And not only that, if you live in a mosquito endemic area or malaria endemic area, ensure that you sleep under insecticide treated net. Usually your children that is under 5 age group, pregnant women and children are usually those two groups that are at risk of developing complication of malaria that can cause death.
All right, doctor, we've said all that we can say this afternoon on the program. Thank you so much for finding time to be with us. We'll do this again next week. We will definitely do something on your health again next week. So until then, please take advice we concern you. Until we meet again, bye-bye.
Àtòdì àtòdì ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́pẹ̀. Àyàbá àtòdì ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́pẹ̀. Àdàyè àtòdì ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́pẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ̀júwà.
For Oku Road. Egi gbowi yebe no vive. Oh ya simi e wama. Megi gbowi yebe no vive. Oh ya simi e wama. I dey for Oku Road of Yan North East. Landlord and landladies, people wey get property for this area. Come slow down, slow down. People wey get property. Na Siloko Road from Ikwobazuwa. Siloko Road, you go reach Ego. Okay. This one not be Oku Road, though. This na Siloko Road. See the Oku Road. From here You go come out for Oluku. From here na be the Oku Road. When they pass the crossings. So from here, you go come out for New Lagos Road. This one you go to Road, but make we see am. Okay. Edo State Government project construction of Ohu Road off Ugbawa Lagos Road, Benin City. Contractor Heartland. Supervising Ministry Edo State Ministry of Works, Sapler Road, Benin City. Edo State Government project construction of Ohu Road off Ugbawa Lagos Road, Benin City. Contractor Heartland. Who they supervise am? Edo State Ministry of Works. And on the road with this. You know, yes, Edo State Government. I want give contract on this road. May they do a city from Silicon Road to look for here.
The last 2 years, during the rainy dry season, that they were supposed to tie this road. If you see the pace of walk, that's the pace of walk. It was very slow. You understand? When they tied it to Laba Junction, then that was the end. Before the rainy season set in. Now is not motorable.
The contractor not there again.
No.
Okay.
No contractor.
Even the structures the vehicles are all removed. I don't know. Suddenly they disappeared into oblivion. The whole tractors they were using to construct the road, they removed it. And as you can see, it's very difficult for vehicles to pass this road now. If not that this is a jeep, we cannot drive through.
You understand?
So you see people swimming in the flood.
You understand?
When it rains.
I want to see it myself.
Go and see, go and see.
Say the contractor where he said come here not there again.
No oversight function.
He should come and inspect the work.
Come here. To come and inspect what is going on.
Oversight function.
Yes, now it's not
From the governor and the deputy governor.
Yes,
Both of them.
If you are
Oversight
Function.
if you are
And the legislators.
you understand? Go and see the extent
What
of
is
work
going
there.
on?
What is going on? This road have been.
Oh my governor, you should be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. Cause in the nearest future, you become one of the leaders. So we are praying. You said they don't tire finish. Oku Road. From Oluku, 7 up to contractor not there.
Government give them
They
money.
don't start the road.
They not do one.
Okay, they start the road at all.
They start us small.
What
The government give them money. They not do one. They just not time. You say governor, I give them money. I want contract. You go to check the contracts.
check the work.
Go to check the work. Make they give them.
That the governor of Edo State
Yes.
Monday Pawolo.
You supposed to check the work. Make give them.
Contract.
Go to check am. Say you do the work.
This one went there for Oku Road too.
They not do one now.
I not go check am.
Don't go check am. The video up that side, the video that side, the live center, so they do work. If you go to Wari, they'll do road everywhere. This road a major road to off road, Sloko road. If road block, here they pass.
If
Of their block,
Lagos Road block.
of their block, here they pass. This road supposed to do one. That be the first road for those states.
Now I want to go remind them now.
I be remind am.
I want to go remind him.
Yes.
Deputy governor.
Tell am say next name go talk about. Say me do this road.
Oh my governor, you should be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. Cause in the near future, you become one of the leaders. So we are praying. Governor, visit some of the places where you give. I know say you dey visit some, but Oku Road.
For this village, we know they say again was Sunu. We know they say. See my store. If they flat water, no water, they enter inside my
myself Osunu. No be so we talk when the road even go small. We all of us they cry. Now we dey pain oh.
You know yes those they come I don't give contact of this road from Siloko going to look for that side.
Now your mother dey hear us oh because when they start we no see anything oh. Now for all those and they don't do something oh. For soon the children close for school now wahala oh. All of us they go stand for road they wait for our children oh. If bad carry children they fall for them for water oh. For soon the man do something oh. Our governor do something oh. Do something oh. Abeg do something. We dey cry. Children they cry. You see how this back when they see so? If they close for school, children not they fit call us. Market they shake for Sunu.
Oku Road.
I dey tell you for Oku
Road.
I say Oku village oh. We dey suffer oh. Yeah good. Go up that side and go see what they happen. Sunu go that side and go see what they happen.
Oh my governor, you should be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier.
Sunu I said they see you so I suppose call you but I know so not be you do am. Now to make me.
Enter back. I dey for Oku Road for Benin City. I dey for Oku Road for Afia North East. They be there want the contract but we don't see the contract again. They don't want the contract. They don't want the contract.
Waiting they happen.
When I come this road 3 years ago, they never tire me. Oku Road for Afia North East. Hey whoa! When I come this road 3 years ago, they never tire me. Oku Road for Afia North East. So you see that road when they done the tie they come from that side. Now the road now be the Oku Road so. You see the sandbag when I say where those take come and take I went down to Heartland. Now if New Lagos Road now block now here they go pass now. This is an example pass here. If New Lagos Road block now, they won't come pass this Oku Road. Go come up for Siloko Road. So if that road when they construct they come from that side, come pass all your Siriri wherever. Nagi bovi yeve no vive. Oh ya see me woman. You don't say when I come this Oku Road like 3 years ago, it is tough. You see I'm saying government don't award them. But who people they surprised? Why Edo State governor never come monitor these projects? The Oku community, elders and youth of this community, they surprised say governor they inspect different roads. Why he never come inspect this Oku projects? Since how many months?
What slippers like this? I never said. When I new open this business, now every week I go market. Since April, I never say one slippers. I don't see who they ask me say, Madam, how much they sell slippers in not there? No road now. Who can follow me by? Who can follow me by? Look my fence. I'm original fence when I do. One night, therefore yesterday night, I use stroller, raise my table to work. And the way I just sleep when I wake up. As I wake up, now I can't do fence, original fence, so make sure I'm not come push me enter war when I tell it so. That these people I tell they feed though, now I tell they pay us rent. Now I never say one slipper.
Since when this road not good now, you don't feel say anything.
I never say who want follow me back.
You know yes, contractor don't they do the road.
Contractor. Thank God, contractor. See, this road never worry what they do. They never abandon us. They don't abandon us now. They don't forget us. See, and I look at they don't forget us. So, not to look at. I beg, when I help us, we help.
Oku Road, Oku Road. Oku Road. Afia North East, Oku Road. Hey, whoa. Gigbovi yemeno vive. Oh yeah, yes, yeah. here now. I know say you dey very happy say I just take government. They award this una Okoro. Big community. Wetin come dey sunu, wetin come make una dey complain now.
No. Hey boy, I said. No, this place now. Look my house here. Now be this.
This very house.
Yes.
This house.
This very house.
This very one where that man stands.
Where man stands. I surprised when they come say they award the road. We were happy. In all these 3 months, 4 months, they stop doing that. They carry caterpillar, tear all this hole. They say that moat. They call the parks and sand for moat. And they say the land, the sand where they park, I don't know. Look here now. I hear Cosplay. Down from where the tire is, no road.
From 8
now we there now. Look my road, look my house.
What do you want make the executive
make it remember of their northeast road.
May we call it
community.
I beg you.
Now we wait for now.
But you don't want the contract now.
We don't do. According to what we hear, there's no people. You know award this road.
Yes.
He said, "No, whether who they."
Okay, Daddy.
Now me they talk.
As I reach local junction for that side, I see one big signboard. Edo State Government project Ohun Road.
They say not give them money.
They say not give them money. That then this is the house that I bring people here. Because they pass here every time. Okpebo will never pass here one day.
We never see her.
Yes.
So what we they talk now? We want you this opportunity. They beg our governor, Model Okpebolo. I beg. With Dennis Idahosa. Denko, our brother. Our brother, yes, in the whole village. We want beggar, make all of them, make they come do the road for us. I beg now we there.
They don't start the road now.
They don't finish it. They don't start and they don't work small. The rest. We know they feel pass here, motor no they pass here, every bag no they pass here. From our junction before now 500 to reach here. But now 1,800, 2,000. Everybody went there here, they cry, we they beg, not before us, we lead down.
Make us complete the project.
Make us complete
It's not clear. However, I just take government don't award the contractor, but the contractor they not see him again. Hey, whoa. So, you see that tie road for that side. Now they come like this. Now it's supposed to come, pass here, go reach the end. But they're surprised the contractor not this site again. Some people come they talk cho. Say it be like say the contractor say they never pay a balance. That one a cho. Drop your comment, shut up.
Inside there, 2 people. No enter there.
Okpo say, "Oh, we na win your way." Okpo say, "We na win your way." You don't feel take just take comment for the contractor to return side.
Oh, say, baby man, no la wo no we ni man no come contractor. No wepo. We na no swear na never wo do me. No sala body dey don tell no la wo no give dole upo na ji. No, women na bagari oba ima be mujane be na mujano mo ama mujano ba be yen ba mujana politically no do like ni ma
waiting dey happen.
Road is don overdue for tying for donkey years. They will promise they will come and tie this Okun road. They will come and tie this Okun road.
Okay. Before this government sit down, they don't talk about this Okun road. And when this government self sit down, they can't do small and they don't award this Okun road to contractor. And that's not the one where you call it.
They award the road. We see the contractor. We not see the contractor. They award the road. They say they want to do this Okun road. I mean, for me, even when I was coming this morning, I was telling my friend, I said they use this road, they play politics. Because this one not be road now. You they do road, you now they come supervise them. You now they know how things they go. It's not good. And see road, I may travel, I do travel. I don't go many places for this country. I never see where they do road, no gutter. Okay, this road now where the form say they tie now. If the tie and finish, where gutter not dey, where person has the one carry the water go?
Go.
Make I show
Where
you.
you go first?
Which person has the one carry the water go? You see this road. Now very important road where government suppose don't do. They don't want to do one. I don't know why they don't want to do one. And with this, where deputy governor is from?
It's from Ovia now.
He's from Ovia, but I don't know what thing they happen. Where no one talk about this road. This road, see where they go time and reach for that side. And the time no be say na one kind solid time. If like say the contractor they use the road they play. The same road now the same time they award this road and Palace Road for upper mission.
No, wait, you talk. You say now the same.
Now the same time now they award this road and upper mission. Upper this Palace Road where they upper mission. They don't feel. You not see the way that they do that road. Okpebolo they try. But I don't know what they happen for this side. Okun Road. But they see the good work where the governor Okpebolo they do for other area. But this Okun, I don't know why it be like that. Whether they remove in high or your attention come up from Okun Road, I don't know why.
Are you not see contractor?
We know they see the contractor. You see contractor here. This road resemble road where people where things they happen. This road, this Okun Road, it resemble where things they happen.
No, they waka.
You don't see any contractor since where me and you they waka since. From all the way from that side.
According to the report they give us,
you don't see where
they say contractor don't start to the tire from Siloko Road.
That one where they tie, that one na road. Where the gutter dey? Okpebolo, Senator Mo, the Governor Okpebolo, he never do road where gutter not dey. Me see Palace Road, you know see gutter. See this road where they this seven coke where they call am. On your way to Abuja. Aduawa area. Yes, you don't see road where will do there. You don't see this road where don't spoil where they call and say where they this where they that popular road where Obaseki they do before where abandon. You don't see what will do for there. We got everything. This road no long reach that side. Long reach that one. That road go come out for that very road now go come out for Agbo Road.
So this road now from Oluku, I go come out for
Old Road for Vian Road for Siloko Road.
Let me tell you,
this is a new road. This old Lagos Road for Siloko Road. See now, you see contractor. Since when me and you the waka, you don't see contractor yet.
No, you dey deny say those state government never award this contract.
I hear say they award them, but we know they see wetin dey happen here now. We dey see wetin dey happen. This road dey wetin things for dey happen. He knows that maybe our governor, we now will beg governor. If the person wey give the contract, if he's not capable, make he revoke the contract from the person.
This Okun Road.
If the person wey dey handle the contract, if he's not capable, make he revoke the contract. Because for them to dey use the road take dey do like say maybe like Mababa as I don't know as I call am, like it's serious wetin no dey serious.
Me wan go myself now, I wan go check am. I wan reach the end.
Oga go check am. Even the deputy governor, me myself, I'm disappointed because this is where he come from. And this if it to say if
you talk about right honorable
yes now if to say you know wetin e good for him people, you dey hear me now, therefore don't tie this road. And make I tell you you
wetin dey happen.
I don't
I been made to this road.
They don't award the road.
They don't award that. They just do a resharp. They just stop her. The road now is fuel motor. Every day was sure. And people when they say that they don't even come on. because of the bad road. You see this here now. As soon that time when they take start and they just finish and by then but it will turn to express. Look at road now.
You know, see, I say contractor don't they do they see tie road from here.
That time will be done, but they don't stop the work now.
They slow the work.
They don't stop the work.
No, you know they see loader or caterpillar.
I don't see anyone. What's new? I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone.
Work again,
as I want pass it and I me myself the fear I want to party my motor pass it. And I sat there they go, I get work for you. And they go side.
Let me say person where they build house now for this area to carry materials come this area.
He will first suspend the work. If not me say this work now my wife will not fit drive pass it. If I pass it and I will show by they go now. All this one they spoil Berry, they spoil Danley, everything, sharp, everything.
But what will be the importance of this road, this whole road? How it link?
You know, they look for Siloko Road now.
Let's say of your block now.
Oh, now here you will use now. Come on, you don't from here go where you they go.
Go Lagos.
Yeah, you don't go where they go. No wahala, sir.
How the country now? How the phone now?
No wahala.
Everything.
Everything good. No wahala, sir.
You not back for this road, Abby?
No good now. The car not see double so that's too much for them. Now wait till they are for 1 minute.
This one done too bad.
Oku Road. Wait till they surprise the people be say the contractor not this site again. Oh, I've been at because of rainy season. See tie road for front. Oh, I know say just the government don't award this road Oku Road to contractor. But people the vex. Why deputy governor? Why the governor of Edo State? Why they don't come inspect this road? Why they give this contractor? Some say the contractor na bubu yeye. Some say na because they never pay the contractor money. Now. Okay, now here the contractor work rich. They go. Okay. See that road now. See that road. Why don't they complain? Okay. I don't suffer, not be small. Hey! Upon say I get sense. I don't suffer, not be small. Upon say I get sense. Poverty not good at all. Oh. Now make I join this business. Area journalists, area to area, location to location, state to state. And therefore of your northeast, and therefore Ohun. You know, say I don't the council says the road 10 magazines, but this not the road because I tell you say Edo State government don't award this Ohun road to contractor, and the contractor don't they do and they come, but. Can the governor of Edo State, can Edo State governor award contract without gutter? Because as governor, they inspect the road. Me self, area journalist going to inspect the road. But, I come. So today happen. I'm looking for the contractor. You cannot say that. Gutter not there. A big gutter pass your back of your. No,
not come and start. No, don't anything. Just go.
No gutter?
No.
However, if of your bridge block for Benin Lagos Expressway from here, so Igbobazuwa, this is not the shortcut to Lagos, so Igbobazuwa Siloko from that side. But 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I come this road everywhere na yama. You know go fit pass here. This na Ohun road. Edo State government don't award this contract to contractor, and the contractor don't they do am. However, as an area journalist, got another left and right from Siloko for a go before Ovia from Siloko. Now if you pass Igbobazuwa Siloko They go come up for Oluku. So the people they say, why the contractor not continue the job again? Why the contractor tools not this site again? But may I go see? Mohammed, come. You know, say for this area where I did so, 7 o'clock bike not they walk, oh, Abi?
Yes.
From 7 o'clock for this Ovia Northeast, bike not they walk from 7. Only from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. From 7 to 12 midnight. I want to take those comments when I award this contract. Contractor. This type of road. I don't take comment, don't award the contract. The contractor, they not see him again. But when the contractor not got them left and right, I cannot change the agreement. When I come here 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago, not be so this road be. Agree to? Okay. This road what I did so from here to Gobazua, from here to Niro Junction, from here to Okada, from here to Ogbese. Go like this, you go come out for a go. Enter like this. Okay.
Now Igbo the community now you there so.
Igbo Shodi.
Yes, Nebuti community. See problem what we get for here now.
Baba come. That's serious problem. That's serious problem.
My brothers and my sisters what we get the community. That's not be smart. You see, some years ago, yeah, not be like this, oh, bro. Wasunu. That's how we see him, oh. The worst part now, our Baba they pass here. Deputy.
From here I go Bazua.
Yeah, no.
From here I go Kada. From here I go Ogbese.
You not get.
This na Siloko.
Upper Siloko Road.
Okay, Upper Siloko Road.
Yeah.
Now you
right from Ring Road. Down to Okada. Now the road be this. If New Lagos Road block now for that side. Now y'all love the follow. So the one we do, we don't talk, we don't tire. We even tag us say we see you, Baba. Which
particular spot are they so?
Igbo Shodi Nebudi between Iguadala community and Igbo Shodi community. After Iguadala you don't pass. So now this just stay there so. From that place to this side is Igbo Shodi Nebudi community. That you there so. Well soon, wait till we want to. That's all we say, Amo. We don't talk.
So if Ovia River block now,
now here that they follow. Well, that they see that now so it block now. Emmanuel, one way. As you follow here now, back out so you from New Lagos Road. Down to Lagos where you they go, you not get problem. The only problem we get now here. This very road now lead to Okun.
Oh, this Okun now.
Yes, Okun.
Now that one they investigate the corner territory.
Exactly.
Now Okun road that they investigate the corner territory.
Igbo Shodi and Okun, we get common boundary together. Igbo Shodi and Okun, we get common boundary together. They even get plot. It's not too, that place in our boundary not too far for there. We don't talk, we don't tire. Our Baba na here for common.
Oh my governor.
Deputy governor.
Deputy governor.
Yes now.
Denko.
Is that on Aviana? Every day. Now the road where serve you now, where serve us now, the one with the old road where they follow. Sell for back. Now it is small car called they follow now. That road we don't abandon them, but that one the whole road before they do this one 1977. The old road. Now they do this one 1977.
1977.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, bro. More beg. More come this side. More come what to do? Now where do they happen?
Waiting they happen. ITV, certainly the best. Welcome to Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
Insecurity is now an everyday discussion by many citizens, if not virtually most talked about in the country. And we're going to be looking at Edo State, yes, putting Edo State into consideration, the measures with which the current administration is using to tackle insecurity in the state, putting into consideration the economic aspect of it. Will insecurity be improved enough for the people to still feel the economic gains once again in Edo State? That's basically what we're going to be looking at today on Viewpoint. So let's go talk to a few of our respondents and hear what they have to say about the method, the patterns, the approaches being used by the current administration to tackle insecurity in Edo State.
One of the private constitutional rights of every state for all to benefit from a better security. We can remember very vividly that every democratic elected governor took a sacred oath on the altars with the Bible to defend the law and the sanctities of the Constitution to protect life and property. And that validates his constitutional right to make sure that the state and the entire general are being safe and being secured. But now what we are seeing, the problem in Edo State, because just of recent, about 2 months ago, I was in an embassy, then somebody gave me a call. I spoke back in Benin. I didn't know somebody was watching me. So 2 people just walked to me immediately. 2 white men with 1 guy. They said, "Are you from Benin?" I said, "Yes." Instantly, the white man just walked me to me and said, "Listen, we have been in Benin for the past 1 month. We are trying to bring an investment to Benin City." I said, "Same, but we have been to all the localities. What kind of investment?" He said, "They're trying to bring to go to housings, development, and so on." He said, "I've been to about 18 local governments in Edo State." He said, "All the information given to them will breakage of the law." He said, "Legal criminality." I said, "What?" He said, "We are moving out from Edo State. We are going to Ghana." He said, "Well, I'm seeing you as a bishop. See if you ever said to the governor, talk to him." So that has been in my mind for the past 2 months. So when you keep with this security, number 1, the 6th Assembly of Edo State under the previous administration, when I saw the issue of kidnapping in Edo State, criminality in Edo State, unrest in Edo State, the 6th Assembly passed a law. Number 1, they go into the root. What was the cause? For a better city, we got it for a better community, a better villages. They found that CDA, this CDA, Community Development Association, a lot of crime was not generated from the village. The Edo State Assembly sat down and found out what the people to cover the crime. They enact law. They banned CDA in every communities. And this time around, the government considered some group of people who were in government cycle, who have something to lose, to work in the government, civil servant, to manage this area. And we have peace in Edo State. For now, as of today, now we have psychological kidnappers in all the 18 local governments in Edo State. People are crying and so on. So if the Edo State government will do something very strategic, it must constitution. Look at the law. This law was passed in the 6th Assembly. The law of protections of life and property. That no man, no traditional ruler, no under these guys, no an agent can forcefully collect somebody, extort anybody, or intimidate anybody. Kidnap was an abduction. Abduction is the ability for you to kidnap somebody that by gun or something inside the book and mentally torture the people. And they start they start money from there, stop money from there. And today, all over the 18 local government in the 2 states, 1 and 2 ward, we are experiencing psychological adoption, where people can no longer invest. Listen, when the law fall, what do we return? In any city, any community, in a country, nation, where criminality are not punished, and that something else step up to see how they oppress. So now, if they do government, the approach they are using is very kinetic. But let me tell you something. If they go to this Edo State government must fight this thing to the root, it's simple. Step by people toes by voting, enacting the law, execute the law. Edo State, as of Edo State, is receiving 900 million monthly for security. Delta is receiving 2 billion for security. Kogi State is receiving 400 million for security. Ondo State is receiving 600 million for security. Now, if these 4 people unite together with this adjacent neighbor, how much does it cost to get into anti-missile, go into air drone? How much does it cost in Ukraine? $300. Now, 100 million multiply in the conversion in dollars, it's about $657,000. Before the government, if the government will be truthful in accountability to security, if it involves just only $100,000 on anti-drone missile, I'm telling you, Edo State will be secure. The populations of Israel is 10.2 million. Edo State population is about 5.2 million. And Israel is fighting war with over 20 nations for protection. We don't need this kinetic system. What we need to do, the Edo State government need to do, build an AI generative office where the drone will be on the air across the 1 and 2 ward. While in the command center, the drone system, rather than the air system, it generates and detect every criminal, detect everything. From that place, release, it's shoot on the air. So if the state governor mean well, he must step on traditional truths. He must step on the appearance of the people. What happened to the law? The law at kidnapping is yes good for punishment. The law at court is good. Let Edo State governments. We are also here to call the Edo State Commissioner of the man in charge, Attorney General, Professor Roland Itoya from Auchi, to please, he should constitute a very intellectual team and let them enforce this law. Let them disband this Okaigele and Okavo. These are the activities that are carried out in the village. If security are well in the village, the security here in the town will be intact. If they can disband this Okaigele activity has reformed into CDA, where they intimidate people. You know what I mean? For you to kidnap somebody, is mentally torture the person and you extort the person. Now all over the 18 local government, this law are not being enforced. So Edo State government, if it must cure insecurity, enforce this law back again. It reign under previous administration and we have peace in Edo State. And let the money that being budgeted for security, now 100 million, please make use of that money. Go into AI technology. The method you are using now, this kinetic war will not stop them. And the monitoring of the property listing. I love if a victim being caught and the zone of that house, the house will be demolished. I cannot be in abroad, my children in abroad. Labor me somebody tenant in my house or not to me. And because it's in my house, you cut me the house and you demolish. That is an archaic. We are not in the monarchical system. This is democracies where law work. That is why those government must defend the oath or the sanctity to protect life and property. If you are demolishing it in the name of somebody who was in my house, at least that the law is wrong. Please, if you can go on AI technology, I'm telling you, Edo State is a place of security. But we appreciate you for what you've done last year, for making us to sleep peacefully. You have cut it over.
I want to say that when we came on board, under the leadership of Distinguished Senator Monday, we met a very serious security challenges. Cultist activities, court-related activities took hold of the state. A lot of young men were killed. They were killing themselves, basically. And unfortunately, innocent people also died in the process of these clashes. The governor was very sad and he took the battle to them. And you are aware of all the measures he took to deal with the court-related activities in the state. And the carrots and stick approach was a strategy that he used. What he did was to ensure that he advised all the groups to lay down their arms voluntarily. Otherwise, there will be consequences. And he also ensured that any premises that was used by court people, whoever is practicing court activities, those houses will be demolished in line with the laws that was enacted at that time. So that challenge he took decisively, courageous steps. Another challenge came up, and that is the kidnapping related activities. And that also was a challenge that the governor faced brutally. Basically because, of course, when you have security challenges, it affects economy, it affects the social life of the people, it affects the psychology of the people itself. Because security is a thing of the mind. If the people feel they are not safe, then there's already a security challenge. And that's the governor, in his way of doing things, they took up the challenge. And he has done this again, and by way of creating a separate court to deal with court-related activities, as well as kidnapping related activities. This is basically to accelerate or fast-track justice dispensation. And that is why those courts were created. And he also said that he will sign death warrants. Basically, that is to show the seriousness that is handling this matter. It's not taking it lightly at all. And you can see the state today I can tell you that the state is safe for business, is safe for investment. And I was in Italy a few weeks ago, and I told our people there that they should come home, and that Edo State is safe for business. Bring your money, come and put your money, it's safe. You will be safe as well, because the two challenges that we have, kidnapping and court-related activities, have been dealt with. I'm not saying that we must be complacent or we must not continue to do what we are doing. Where the government is very proactive. The government is very proactive. And I want to tell you that the government has spent so much on security infrastructure. Vehicles have been bought for security people, the police and other security outfits that we have in the state. And that is going very well. And I want to say very clearly, without any fear of contradiction, that yes, the security and economy, they go together. If the security is improving, of course, people will not be afraid to invest their money in that economy. They will not be afraid to go out and do business. And of course, you also have night business going on. You see, so people are not afraid to run home by 5 p.m. You see, you see businesses being done at night, and that improves the economy. If that is why 24 hours economy generate more funds and improve economy more than the economy that by 4 p.m. everybody is running home. You understand? So it is imperative to know that the economy of Edo State is improving, and I know that if we can sustain this effort, the economy of this state will improve more than what you are saying. So it is to continue. Well, if you see what happened recently at Vegetable Market, where dead devil, broad daylight kidnapping took place, but the governor took it up and advised the Commissioner of Police that this culprit must be brought to book within 48 hours. And that took place, and you see what happened. They were arrested, apprehended. Even the ones around to Delta State, they were eventually arrested. So if we cannot prevent you from doing it, we'll catch you after you have done it. So the state is safe, and I can assure you that we are making progress, steadily making progress.
Very unfortunate that we miss the point. But if by now the governor have decided to face the issue boldly, with sincerity, without political attachment, the political will to do the right thing, I think we are getting closer. One, at the time, the early 60s of the Oyenusis, where firing squad were introduced, it checkmate many things. And there was drastically reduced armed robbery and all that. But as at now, we need to be very prayerful because of political situations. Because we have seen a situation where an armed robber or kidnappers are arrested, power from above will release them. In a situation where a governor of the state will be talking, a commissioner of police will tell that he cannot take instruction from chief security of the state. So where do we go from there? A situation too where the judiciary is weakened. Where are we going from there? So it depends on our own ability. Thank God for I thank God for the initiative. If the decision to do it solely and with the fear of God, I think it will reduce certain things without the influence of powers that be both within and below. So if you can do that, not that God, because somebody is a political enemy, you go and it's not to destroy us. A way to allow people their heart to be destroyed, not houses that matters. How many houses do you know the man has? What are the houses abroad? But where we can be able to say, do the right thing. What we must find the cause of this matter? Injustice. Injustice. When you give the wrong thing to the right thing, a problem will come up. So we have to look we have to look for the cause of a problem. So what he has decided to do, for me, I welcome it on condition that it will not be politicalized, and the will to actualize without mingling life with other people. And whoever you want to choose, either to be the head of the tribunal, must be somebody that has conscience, because conscience is God in man, not society person, not a person that a judge will be seeing a party drinking and drinking. So honestly, justice should be addressed. When you address justice, crime will drop. You provide job for the people, then there will be way, and it will be very difficult for economy to bounce back. Why? The Niger. But we are one of those who joined my former camp chairman, Kure, when they introduced Ruga, that we don't want Ruga. So if this thing continues, who want to go to farm? Who want to die? Nobody want to die. So unless the government itself, because they are trade by barter, most of the things are collaborated with politicians. So unless the government had to stand, and we people as a people had to rise, we cannot continue to be using our head to break coconut. We will not be able to live it. The men have to cooperate. The civil society have to come up. Where are the laborers? Where are the men and women? So it's very difficult for economy to bounce back where there are killings and no justice. So we need to pray, yes, but prayer must be backed with actions.
I want to say that the chief security officer here in Edo State is the executive governor, and so far he is doing his best. I can say there have been some relative peace in Edo State, especially since last year, with the issue that relate to court activities, killings, maiming, and what have you. The courts issue, he has been able to tackle it to some extent. Then the kidnapping, I want to say there is a great improvement as to the security in that area in Edo State. Take for example the issue that happened at the vegetable market at Airport Road. I remember vividly that day, most churches in Benin City, we all wore black to church and we are praying against this kidnapping, insecurity and all that. And of course, we heard that news and some of us were saddened. And within the shortest possible time, the suspects were arrested, they were apprehended. And with the way the governor handled that, I think that is a plus to his administration. Then looking at the issue of tenants living in houses, somehow the landlord may not know who they are. And I want to say today, most landlords are trying to check into the life of the tenants that are in their premises. And of course, when we look at it economically, most landlords now will want to evict tenants who they suspect with questionable character. And they come to we, the lawyers, to ensure that we do the right thing and the needful. Of course, with the way the governor is tackling the security, the insecurity, I can say that as it stands, most of the lights are not working. And if we will work towards that direction to ensure that the street lights are working, the traffic lights are working, I can tell you that within the shortest possible time, nightlife will be restored and economic life will bounce back very well. Especially in this side of the city where we live, the street lights are not working. Siloko Road to Ego Market, down to Upper Siloko, Iguadolo, the street lights are not working. I think of recent around Teacher's House, we're told that a young man facilitated the street light that was installed in that area, and I think that one is still working as I'm speaking now, but that will not be enough. So if street lights are in place, the security are well equipped, the local vigilantes are well funded and equipped to collaborate with the police, we will go a long way to have our economy bouncing back very well. Again, I want to say that the issue of state police is very, very necessary, because those in the environment will also know the nook and crannies of the territory, and they will also know who comes in and who goes out. So when you have that in place, I think that will solve a lot of foreigners coming in with arms and ammunition to cause mayhem. I want to say the best is yet to come, and we ask that you do more so that we can have more peace in Edo land.
I do not know what law the governor of Edo State is applying in his demolition of houses where kidnappers or cultists are found. We see that no court order is given, no proper procedure is taken through before, when they just hear that someone who is a kidnapper was or is or a cultist was in a house, they just go and demolish the house. What is that for? Have you gone through the court process? Is there a law that empowers the governor to on his own demolish a house because he suspects that somebody is a kidnapper who was there? He has no right to do that at all. Mind you, we are a rules-based society, a society governed by the rule of law. If there is a law passed by the House of Assembly saying that kidnappers found in a house that property should be demolished, is the governor, the prosecutor, and the judge to finally say that that person is a kidnapper and pass judgment and execute it on his own? Is there no room for appeal? Then talking about executing kidnappers at Ring Road is laughable. What is the law that says a kidnapper or a cultist should be executed? What law is he operating? Has the House of Assembly or the National Assembly passed a law that says, and even if a court that has just been set up says that a person is a kidnapper and he should be sentenced to firing squad, let us just say that, because no law says that. It is that he should be hung till he is declared dead. I think governors should get the advice of the Attorney General and advisors before they speak. And again, a court has been set up. Let's find out that someone is a kidnapper. Does he not have right to appeal to the Court of Appeal? Does the governor think that because his court has declared that somebody is a kidnapper, he just take the person to go and kill a Ring Road? That person has a right of appeal till his appeal is exhausted in the Supreme Court before it will be brought before him to sign his warrant. It takes procedure. I think we should, the economy system of a country, people look at it, does that country, is it a country based on the rule of law? When it becomes a rule of the thumb of a man, people will not want to invest in that kind of economy. When people see that a man can just get up and say your hotel was used by cultists while you are abroad and you don't even know, and demolishes your hard-earned money, harbor, I think people will not want to invest in such a climate.
The governor is doing quite a lot so that foreign direct investment can come back in Benin to the state once there is a level of confidence in the measure and steps the governor is taking to address the high level of insecurity in the state. I give you a typical example. Look at the dastardly event that happened at Vegetable Market the other day when a couple of couples were kidnapped. It didn't take the governor 3 days to get them rescued and released from their abductors without paying any forms of ransom. That tells you the determination, the poise the governor has taken to address the high level of insecurity so that it can restore confidence in people that will be willing to invest in Edo. And to a very large extent, there will be expansion in the economy. It will trickle down to everybody. That's number one. And again, the level of support the governor is equally giving to the security agencies, is unheard of. It's unprecedented. That is why today the morale of the security agencies has been raised because of the effort the governor has intentionally put in place to encourage all of them to go into it. I tell you today, across the three central districts in the state, there's relative peace. Look at the high level of courtesan across the length and breadth of all tertiary institutions. To a very large extent, you agree with me that the rate with which courts operate, threatening lives, property, and mailing and killing people has drastically reduced against the backdrop of the governor's intention to establish special court to try courtists. He will equally expedite the level of jurisprudence in terms of trials and all that when it takes maybe longer period to secure justice. This isn't going to be when there are special courts established by the government, which he intends to do. These are steps he is taking to address the high level of courtesan in Edo State. Why is the governor taking this deliberate step? Because he is aware that security is a threat to economic expansion. Security is a threat to trade and business. Once there is security across the length and breadth of Edo State, the economy is down. All the sectors are shut off. Even banks will not even open. That is why the governor knows very well that for economy to bounce back, the level of insecurity has to be addressed. If market, commerce, and industries are to flourish, it is dependent on peace. So the government is really desirous in bringing peace, restoring public confidence in the government, that the government is ready and willing and able to protect lives and security, which is the primary responsibility of any responsible government, to ensure that all of us can go to bed with our two eyes closed, checking the level of insecurity.
Despite the applause that was actually given to the current administration in regards to the measures and approach being used to tackle insecurity in Edo State, citizens are still asking for more efforts and measures to be put in place in order for insecurity to be a thing of the past and citizens have opportunity to enjoy the economic aspect of life, and then again bring more investments to the country, both internationally and locally. Business can also see opportunities to thrive, as no business can thrive in a state where insecurity is dwelling. Especially the area of nightlife can also be restored. It is Viewpoints on ITV. I am Caroline Okoji.
ITV, certainly the best.
Good day and welcome to Tech Today, your trusted technology and digital lifestyle program where we simplify technology and connect it to your everyday life. I am Lawal Momo, and today we'll be looking at something that is no longer the future but the present we are already living in. Artificial intelligence is no longer a concept reserved for laboratories or science fiction films. It is now inside our phones, our computers, our workplace, and even in our creative tools. And while many people are still trying to understand what AI really is, it's already reshaping how the world works. So today, we are breaking it into two important parts. Part one, I'll talk about the 10 AI tools that are changing the world right now. And part two, we'll share the 10 tech trends that will dominate the next 5 years. By the end of this program, you will not only understand where technology is today, you will also see where technology is heading next. Let's begin. 10 technology tools that is changing the world right now. Number 1 on the list is ChatGPT. Yes, a lot of us know this ChatGPT is that artificial intelligence, conversational, revolutionary, platform that we always use and all the time use at the workplace. So ChatGPT is one of the most widely used AI tools in the world today. ChatGPT is more than just a chatbot. It is a digital assistant that can help you write essays, that can reports, that can also explain complex topics in simple language, and also can generate business ideas, that can also assist programmers with their coding, and even help students study faster. So what makes ChatGPT very powerful is not just what it does, it is how naturally it communicates. For example, instead of searching endlessly on Google, users can simply just ask a question and receive structured answer in seconds. This is changing how people learn, work, and even think. A lot of us use ChatGPT. I know it's not new to you, so we're just listing them. Number 2 on the list is Google Gemini. Otherwise, I call it the AI integrated search. Google Gemini is pushing search into a new era. Traditionally, when you use Google, you type a question and you get a list of links. But now with Gemini, you can summarize. Gemini can help you to summarize that information instantly. You can explain topics in a conversational format, and also you can combine text and image, and it also does reasoning. For example, instead of searching for, maybe you're going on Google now, you search how does electricity works. When you can ask Google Gemini and get a full explanation broken down step by step. It is turning search engines into answer engines, so to speak. The third on the list is Microsoft Copilot, what I call AI inside the office work tools. So Microsoft Copilot is built directly into tools like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. This means artificial intelligence is no longer a separate tool. It is part of our everyday work software. For example, using Microsoft Word, it can help you to write a full report for you whilst you're using Microsoft Word. In Excel, what Copilot does, it can analyze data automatically. You can see that sometimes when you're using Excel, maybe you now highlight a particular region, Copilot will tell you, do you want me to sum this for you and give you the average? Copilot is that chatbot embedded in Microsoft Excel that's helping to do that. In PowerPoint, it can help you to build an entire presentation just by giving it a prompt. So it is reducing hours of work into bare minutes. The fourth on the list is Claude. So Claude is a deep thinking AI. So Claude is designed for deeper reasoning and longer, more thoughtful response. It's often used for research analysis. It's used for professional writing. People prefer to use Claude for writing than using ChatGPT or Gemini. It's also used to summarize long documents and make it, what makes it actually different from others of different chatbots is that its ability to handle complex conversation without losing the original context. So Claude is a powerful tool that is used by professionals when dealing with large information tasks. So you see the difference. The fifth on the list is Midjourney. Midjourney is an AI image creation tool. So Midjourney allows users to turn a simple text description into a highly detailed image. So for example, say someone is maybe types on Midjourney now, okay, give me a futuristic Lagos city at night with flying cars, and you have tall buildings and blah blah blah. So the AI chatbot will generate a realistic visual interpretation of the text you just prompted. So this is transforming graphic design, it is transforming advertising, it is transforming digital art. Even people without design skills can now create professional visuals. You can see we have some content creators or all those persons that talk on using YouTube to create content. Those are also content creators. They now use Midjourney to also put a thumbnail on their videos so that you can get a representation of what they are going to talk about. So Midjourney is that AI. You can prompt, say, I want you to give me an animal that has wings and also has fangs, and also just whatever you can imagine. The AI chatbot Midjourney would represent that for you. The sixth on the list is Runway AI. So Runway AI is an AI video production. Runway AI is changing filmmaking, it is changing video editing. It can generate video scenes just from a text. It can remove objects from videos. Yes, you heard me. You can tell Runway AI to remove objects from a particular video. It can also help you to enhance or edit footage automatically. People now use this to produce different kind of content. This means that small creators can now produce content that once require a full production studio. People now even use this for musical videos. You see some musical videos now, they're now AI related. Yes, it's one of those AI tools that is being used, and Runway AI is one of those tools that people now use to do short videos and short content. And it's not free. You have to buy some credits, and they are quite expensive. So it's not as if but there are some free versions where you can create short videos just to test and see how this work. I'm bringing these tools to you because you may already know them, some of you are already using them, but just to also bring you on light to tell you these are the top 10 tech tools that are actually changing the world right now. Number 7 on the list is 11 Labs. So 11 Labs is a realistic AI voice. 11 Labs is that tool that helps you to create a very natural sounding human voice. It is used for dubbing movies into different languages. It's also used to create audiobooks. It's also used for voiceover for content. You're watching a video on TikTok and you see that there's a voice behind it just telling you what is describing what the content is. 11 Labs is what is being used. You have a speech, you write a speech down on a prompt, and you give it to 11 Labs to say it in a female voice so it can sound more appealing to the female gender, or say it in a male voice so it can appeal more appealing to people who want to listen in that particular tone. 11 Labs is what you use to do that. So what makes it powerful is how realistic this voice sound, almost indistinguishable from what humans sound like. When you hear the voice, you rarely know that it's an artificial intelligence voice you're hearing. You just think this is human just talking to you. That is why 11 Labs is among the top 10 on my list. I'm going to tell you about the next on my list, which is the 8th tech tools that is changing the world right now when it comes to tech, is Notion AI. Yes, Notion AI is a smart organization tool. I used this tool one time for a freelancing job. It helps you to organize your work and your ideas. So it can help you summarize meeting notes. It can help you to generate documents. It can help you to structure your project plans accordingly. Instead of starting from scratch, users can now build from an AI-assisted framework. Notion AI. You can search it on Google and you get to the site and you get to explore more on it. It improves the productivity for teams and individuals. I'm going to chip in one other tool right here that is not on the list. It's known as Napkin AI. Napkin AI, I use it sometimes when I want to create presentations I want to put some visuals into my presentation, my PowerPoint presentation. When you write out PowerPoint, you want to put those visuals, you want to put pictures, you want to design a particular kind of picture. I use Napkin AI. Yes, Napkin AI is very easy to use. When you just put it, you can start from scratch by typing out what you want using the prompt, or you can copy the already prompted or the text from whatever PowerPoint or document you must have created it from and put it in Napkin, and Napkin will regenerate it with different AI pictures. Also, you can use those pictures, you can tweak the pictures however you want it. You can prompt on that pictures and say, no, don't use a white person here, use someone from this particular color, or no, don't use children here, use adults. No, I want the classroom to be this. It can be done using Napkin AI. See how it makes life easy? The 9th AI tool that we should be using is Perplexity AI. So Perplexity AI is an answer-based search engine. It is different from the traditional search engines. Instead of giving you links like Gemini does, Google does, it gives you direct answers with sources. So it reduces the time that you spend on clicking through multiple pages. It is becoming popular for people that are doing research and people that are doing quick fact checking. The last but not the least on my list, the 10th AI tool that is changing the world right now is Suno AI. Yes, Suno AI is an AI music creation tool. So it allows users to create full songs using AI prompts. No lie. You can describe, you can prompt and describe what the genre should be, what the mood of the music should be, what the lyric style should be, and it will generate a complete music track for you under minutes. Okay, it is changing music and music production and also opening creativity to non-musicians. And so sometimes people now even use Suno AI to, when maybe you're watching TikTok, you see a particular video and you now read the comments, people now turn the comments into songs. You must have seen that. Suno AI is what they use. They just post those pictures out there and say, you know, using these pictures or this comment section, turn it into a song. And it will sing the song so well that it will be so funny. The persons out there are using it to create content for themselves and then getting some money from that content also. So Suno AI is what they use. So you can also tell Suno AI, I've used Suno AI a lot of times. I created a particular rap song, because I'm into rap, from using Suno AI, and it gave me a beautiful rap song about Africa. I told it what I want from the song, and it was quite interesting. The song is still on my YouTube. You can go check it out, but it's quite funny. I'm trying to say that you can explore and just use these tools so that when you get a job or when you get something that requires you to go and, you know, explore and maybe learn from it, you may not need to be a music producer to go and say, okay, I know how to use these tools. Rather, by learning how to use AI chat, these tools, it's just going to be easy for you to just, you know, transition yourself into it. So far we've explored 10 artificial intelligence tools that are already changing how the world works today. From writing and design to music and video creation, artificial intelligence is now deeply embedded in everyday life. But while this is happening today, the bigger transformation is still ahead of us. So when we return from this short break, we'll explore 10 tech trends that will dominate the next 5 years. Don't go nowhere, it's still Tech Today. Stay with us. Welcome back from the short break. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to talk about the part 2 of this program, where it's the top 10 trends that will be changing the world in the next 5 years. What do we expect to see in the area of tech in the next 5 years? One of them is AI will be everywhere. So in the next 5 years, I believe that AI will not be a separate tool anymore. It will be built into everything, whether it's your phone, whether it is your car, whether it's our school system or the banking system. AI will become invisible, but everywhere, all right? I am already seeing this happen in some countries right now where AI is now used in all of these sectors I just mentioned, whether it's a bank, your phone. We now have, you know, this artificial intelligence embedded into them. Number 2 is next 5 years, we are expected to see cashless economy expansion. Digital platforms will continue replacing physical cash in many countries, and increasingly in Nigeria, transactions will become fully digital. Even small roadside businesses will adopt to mobile payments. It's already happening with our points of sales. Now in every corner where you go, people want to, you know, do business digitally. They want to say, pay into my account, pay into my, you know, point of sale, using point of sale system rather than just give me cash. People would rather just say, okay, just put it, where's your ATM, and let's just make this work. And it works very easily. You know, it's no longer cash all the time, you know, but it's not integrated everywhere. Maybe in the future we may not start seeing bus drivers or taxi drivers going around with their own POS machine. We don't know, but then this is what we are, you know, expecting to happen in the future. Number 3 is we would expect to see smart homes becoming normal. Yes, we know smart homes, it's only restricted to some persons now in Lagos or Abuja, but we are expected to see that in the next 5 years, smart home will start automating daily tasks. Smart home, that's what they do actually. Smart home help you to, you can just tell your smart home to turn on the lights or turn off the lights, and it does it automatically. Your security system will be learning the behavior of your surroundings. Your appliances will be responding to your voice command. You know, smart home will not begin, when you're using smart home, it's like your home now beginning to think. You will just walk into your house and you just tell your lights to turn off, and it does turn off. When it's observed that the cool room is too cold, the air conditioner will turn off by itself. By itself, automation also works in smart home. When you now see your vacuum cleaner just goes around at a particular time period. When you're not at home, it does the cleaning in the house, and it works, and it packs itself by itself. You don't need to come and operate it. You have cameras, you have security system that is checking around, enabled for you and giving you reports in real time on your mobile phone. That is smart home in reality. So we're looking at, in the next 5 years, we're going to be seeing smart home almost everywhere, okay? Next, we envision to see on the list is the rise of robotics. You know, robots will expand beyond what they're having in the factories right now. We'll see robots in healthcare, we'll see robots in delivery system, we'll see robots in agriculture. This will assist humans in physical tasks, not just the digital ones. Currently, there's a video I saw recently about in China, where we have robots and even robots and drones delivering packages to people, the end users. We now have robots in the streets, and you can interact with them, and they talk to you back, and they now do tasks for you. You can tell them to dance, and they would dance. Yeah, there was a video I saw recently, where in China, currently now, this is 2026, robots are now on the street, literally, although people are supervising them from afar, because they don't want people to, take them away and all of that. But then this is already happening, and they have cameras and all of that embedded in them, so they can see you, and when you talk to them, they now operate as you want them to do so. So we're envisioning that in the next 5 years, robots will be everywhere. So open your eyes and be expectant of that, because we always see that in movies, but now we are seeing that happening in our everyday life. Next is we have AR and VR expansion. Now, AR means augmented reality. VR means virtual reality. I'm going to pause and just explain what the two mean. Augmented reality is the difference between AR and VR for short is that for AR, you can maybe wear a Google Glass now, and you'll be able to see some things that will be, like the word said, augmented reality. They'll put some objects in your reality. You can still see your surroundings, but then you'll not be seeing things that are not actually there. So you're not cut short from what is happening in real life. But for VR, virtual reality, where you wear AirPod on your ears, or a headphone also on your ear, is to cover you from what is happening in reality, and then it gives you a virtual world. Maybe you now see that you're in a treadmill, or you see that you are in a roller coaster and there are snakes everywhere, and so on and so forth. That is virtual reality. So augmented reality happens in real life. People use it, and VR, people use it also. AR, people use it now with the Google Glass, Google Lens. You have Google Lens, and then it tells you things, you move around, and it just starts writing things out for you and telling you this is what this is, and this is what you can now, change what your reality is. That does not cut you short from what you are seeing in real life. So you see the difference? So we are envisioning that in the next 5 years, reality will transform education. In education, we are seeing we're going to have more virtual classrooms, while in gaming, we are seeing an immersive experience. We're also seeing that trainings will be, we'll have simulations for trainings for professionals. We're already seeing it now. People will be doing trainings, and you just see something just pop up from a machine. Yes, that is an augmented reality there. So learning will become more and more interactive than ever. Next, we would experience in the next 5 years, what we hope to experience is cybersecurity becoming critical. My brothers, my sisters out there, my tech enthusiasts out there that are into cybersecurity, it's a good way to, enrich yourself in the future, because as more systems go online, hacking risks increases. Cybersecurity will become one of the most important global careers. That's what we're envisioning. It's not easy. Governments and companies will invest heavily in protecting their system. They want to protect their system. So if you're doing a course on cybersecurity, or you intend to do a course on cybersecurity, it is not a lost cause, so to speak. It's actually the right way to go, because this will now become the job. The demand for this job will increase exponentially in the next few years, because everything will be remote, everything will be online, everything will be more automated, and now you now need some persons to protect you from hackers, to protect you from all those things that may damage your own system. So cybersecurity, we are seeing is going to become more rampant. The job will also become more searched for, or more catered for. Another aspect that we are on that trend that we are hoping that will evolve in the next 5 years is remote work. Remote work is where persons stay in the comfort of their home or anywhere, maybe in an office or an enclosed space, and they work without actually physically being where the office or the company may be. So remote work will continue to expand. Companies will hire talent globally without physical offices. This would change how people view careers and location. Already we have remote work up and down. We have many persons working remotely from their homes at their comfort zone, and they deliver this job and they get paid in real time per hour or as the case may be. So this, we are seeing that in the next 5 years, this will become so rampant. Yeah. Another area is the digital identity system. We are envisioning that your identity will become fully digital, whether it's your banking access, whether it's your government service, whether it's the travel documents that you now currently have. Everything will be linked to a secure digital identity system. It's already happening. We're already envisioning it, that it will happen, to now become more in 5 years from now. Another area to look at, ninth area to look at from this top 10 trends that we're talking about is AI in education. We are envisioning that schools will integrate artificial intelligence into teaching. They will personalize learning path, and also have automated grading system. We'll have some virtual tutors, no longer having physical tutors around. People that will teach you virtually. And also education will become more customized to each student. That's our vision. Last but not least, we are envisioning that we'll have an hyper-personalized technology. Now, we are envisioning that in the future, 5 years from now, technology will adapt to individuals, as we already have with AI chatbots. We'll now have more personalized news feed. We already have that with TikTok, when you now have For You page, and the algorithm now works with whatever you like, and they now use that to feed you with the content you love. We are envisioning that we have adaptive applications. We're envisioning that in the next 5 years we'll have smart recommendations, and every user experience will become unique. So as we close today's edition of Tech Today, one thing is clear. We are living through the fastest technological transformation in human history. So from AI tools that are already reshaping our daily lives to future trends that will continue to redefine how we live, how we work, and how we connect. The world is evolving faster than ever before. But the real question is not what technology will become. The real question I'm going to ask you out there is, what will we become with technology? Because in the end, technology does not replace humans. It only amplifies human choices. Thank you for joining me on the program Tech Today. It's always a delight having to sit here and inform you, and also educate and also learn from one of the beautiful things that's happening in the world of technology. I am Lawal Momo, and join us again next week for another interesting episode of this program. Until then, I say you should always stay informed, stay curious, and stay ahead of the future. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best. Gracias.
Top on the list of the initiates was the eldest son of the Esama of Benin and former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosakare Igbenedion. 11 of his siblings, namely Bright Ayamekwe Igbenedion, Honorable Charles Osenwige Igbenedion, Peter Osawari Igbenedion, Dr. Fred Osanwi Igbenedion, Barrister Mike Osarene Igbenedion, Efosa Douglas Igbenedion, Ukpoma Enes Igbenedion, Osawe Igbenedion, Edosa Igbenedion, Dr. Daniel Omorige Igbenedion, Agbon Steve Igbenedion, as well as the Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Ugbeide Nwonse. It was a vital aspect of Okada community's cultural heritage, which emphasized the significance of age, responsibility, and community service. Over 50 notable sons of Okada were also initiated. According to tradition and customs, those initiated, dressed in white traditional attire, were made to undergo some rituals, while the Odionwe pronounces blessings on them and assisted them to take a seat with the elders.
ITV, certainly the best.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another exciting edition of Youth Perspective, the program where we amplify the voices of young people, challenge popular opinions, and inspire meaningful conversations that shape our society. I am your host, Lydia Azuka, and it's always a pleasure having you with us. Today, we're talking about a subject that has dominated conversations across Nigeria for the past few years, Japa syndrome. Is leaving Nigeria the only path to success? The word Japa, a Yoruba expression meaning to run away or to escape, has evolved into a popular term for Nigerians relocating abroad in search for greener pastures. For students pursuing higher education, to healthcare workers, tech professionals, entrepreneurs, and families seeking a better quality of life, thousands of Nigerians continue to leave the country every year. For many, it's about finding better paying jobs, quality education, security, stable electricity, healthcare, and a system that rewards hard work. For others, it's about giving their children a brighter future. But while many celebrate those who have relocated, another important question remains: is leaving Nigeria really the only route to success? Can young Nigerians still build meaningful careers, successful businesses, and fulfilling lives right here at home? Or has Japa become more than a dream? It has become a necessity. These are the questions we'll be asking today. Well, joining me today are two distinguished guests who will help us examine both sides of these important conversations. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Lydia.
Please introduce yourself to us.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fellow Amabel. I'm an entrepreneur.
Amazing.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Udoko Onachege, bro. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Now, the first question I have to ask you guys, when you hear the word Japa, what comes to your mind, Mabel?
The word Japa, it has become a common expression
I'm telling you.
among so many Nigerians.
Yeah.
The fact that that word Japa does not mean you've arrived, because that's the mentality most Nigerians do have. You get? For me, Japa, it's something that it comes with pressure. Let me use that word. It comes with a lot of pressure. They have this mentality that when they just get there, everything is going to work out smoothly. It's like a god to them. Let me just use that word. It's like a god to them. So I don't say anything. Some persons see it like, oh, it's a choice or an option. It's either a choice or an option. That is Japa.
Wow.
You might have the option to travel. I might have the choice. You get. So I know there's no doubt that so many of these countries, they offer good infrastructure.
That's right.
They have good stable electricity, quality health care, jobs opportunity.
Yeah.
You get. But that shouldn't be a yardstick for Nigerians. Most Nigerians, let me use the word most Nigerians.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a yardstick for most Nigerians to feel they have arrived when they Japa. You get, because they are still going to work. If you are a lazy person in Nigeria and you think Japa will make you become so rich, so wealthy in a twinkle of an eye, it's a lie. Because if you don't go there and hustle and work, you're still going to remain a lazy person there.
Wow.
And you know the word hunger will finish person. So that is it.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
So Gabriel, to you, when you hear the word Japa, what comes to your mind?
Well, as she has said,
Yeah.
but my own is a little bit different because when we talk about the word Japa, it's very common amongst Nigerians.
Yeah.
Like when they say Lydia don't Japa now, from my understanding, it's more or less like Lydia has gone to find a greener pasture. Lydia has gone to a place where she has better opportunities. I understand that, yes, the place that you're going to, the country where you're going to, you would have to work.
Yeah.
But you're not for wanting to, go to that country. Maybe there are countries whereby they pay people that don't work.
Wow.
There are actually countries whereby they give them little token to survive.
To survive.
So, yes, Japa syndrome is, the thing Japa, when it comes to mind, is a matter of people going to other places to find greener pasture. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be abroad. Going to, which country should I use? Going to Ghana Surprisingly.
Okay. So if I go to Ghana,
I was thinking of going to Morocco. Let's use Morocco.
Okay.
Morocco is an outstanding African country.
Can we use Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, like
Morocco
Tanzania.
is the best example for that.
Okay.
Because if you're in Morocco, it almost feels as if like you're in Europe.
Wow.
Morocco is very, very, very sophisticated.
How about South Africa? You know, with the whole xenophobic
attack. Let's not go there.
So if I go to South Africa, does that mean I'm jackpot also?
I wouldn't answer that.
Okay. We've heard of the word jackpot.
Jackpot.
Do you want to talk about that? What does that word mean?
Jackpot is a Yoruba term. Because I think the word jackpot
is a Yoruba word, like
so
run away.
Like, jackpot is like the person who has gone has come back.
No, is that what it means?
Yes.
Amazing.
So like look at all of these Nigerians that went to South Africa.
Yeah.
You see them at the first instance they jackpot,
okay.
But now they are back.
Jackpot.
Nah, exactly.
Oh my God.
I think I'm just hearing this for the first time.
Yeah, it's a Yoruba term. The word jackpot in general is a Yoruba word.
Wow, that's amazing. So for those of you in South Africa right now that wants to jackpot that, we're expecting you guys home, okay? Okay, moving on. Why do you think relocation has become a major goal for young Nigerians today? Mabel?
Yeah,
why do you think that has been a goal?
Like I said earlier, there is no doubt that most of these countries offer good quality education. I think I mentioned 5 of it.
Yeah.
You know, when you are in a system that is working, there is growth. You find growth in every working system. And anywhere that there is growth, people tends to leave. You can't see, you don't expect somebody to put honey in your mouth and you say you want people to leave. No. So I feel because they have a working system. Nigeria don't have a working system.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm not saying these governments, they are not doing anything.
Of course.
But they should put more effort in making Nigeria a better place for every one of us. If we have, let's just say, okay, out of the 5 qualities I just mentioned, if the government of Nigeria can just pick just 3, just start with 3. I don't think 70% of Nigerians won't want to leave this country.
That's right.
Because they are okay. Why are we living here? We are living here because we want to go and look for greener pasture. Their system is working. You are entitled to a lot of goodies over there.
Wow.
But we don't have those things here.
Like Gabriel said, they even pay some people
for
just existing.
Yes. I have a friend, they pay there.
Wow.
If you are not working, they pay you for the meantime. Then when you start working, they stop paying you.
Wow.
You don't have those things here in Nigeria.
Aww.
So if you see the opportunity to jackpot, bury your leg and go.
Okay, so Gabriel, this jackpot syndrome, do you think is an economic issue or a government issue? What do you think is going on with that?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want to outrightly come out and say like we have a failing government.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But people who tend to, want to go to another country that has greener pasture have a working system, just like she mentioned. Because you sitting here now, you would love to be under a working system, a working government that knows that, okay, they have my best interest at heart. Look at countries like Canada now. You don't have to worry too much about health insurance.
Yeah.
They take care of their citizens' health. They have that covered, especially from the moment that you even give birth. Right from that moment, you become the country's property.
Yes.
So it's more of, our country, Nigeria, now trying to make sure that we take good care of the citizens. We take good care of our workers. Because majority of the people that travel out are our doctors, teachers.
Yeah,
You
our
see,
professionals.
doctors are going on strike because they are not being paid. They're not being paid on time. So all of these things, it adds up. Even that still falls down into the economic bracket.
Yeah.
Because I'm here, I'm working so hard to save people's lives, and then at the end of the month, I don't get paid. You delay me without any tangible reason being put out. So it's difficult to just point out whether it is an economic reason or a governmental reason.
Yeah.
I think both factor actually stands out. It actually adds up to the Japa syndrome.
Amazing, amazing. So now we'll be talking about greener pasture, greener pasture. Is success location based? Can we not still have greener pasture in Nigeria? Mabel?
That, like I always say, 70% of Nigerians, they have this low mentality. They think leaving Nigeria to other country determines your success. But the fact still remains, if you want to, I'm not saying they shouldn't leave, but before you leave to somewhere else, you have to study that environment. No, like this place, this environment, is it going to favor me? You don't say because this person is there, you want to go to that same place and feel you're going to make it there. We have so many wealthy Nigerians who are into business, legit businesses in this country. They are making it. They are striving in businesses. So Japa does not really mean you are going to make it there. You can see, I have somebody that went there the person spent like 2 years and he went back to Nigeria.
Wow, Jakpada.
He said he's tired. That's Jakpada. Then he came back. He said he's tired. It's not what I thought it is.
You see?
Everybody, I've been opportunity to travel. I've seen how their system work.
Wow.
I, for one, I cannot relocate. Nigeria is sweet.
No, I
don't want your money. No. You're getting it clear. No, you get. Because of, if not that, a lot of insecurity and whatever that is making us scared. Nigeria is sweet to live.
That's right.
That's correct. You go to all those places, you watch your moves, you're not free to do a lot of things because their system is working. You get. So, but if
so hold on, are you saying Nigeria is sweet because our system is not working?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I'm talking about the benefits. Let's not talk about the government now. The benefits, the freedom of expression, the freedom of movement. Like I said, if not for the insecurity issue right now, you can go out and come back anytime you want in Nigeria.
That's right.
You get. So what I will say on this issue is Japa, it's a pressure thing. Nigerians have taken it to something like that. Most families feel, if one person should travel out of the family, 80% of the problems are solved. That is their mentality. And most Nigerians too think the only way you can succeed in life, in this Nigeria, or in life, is when you travel out. You get. Is either you do Japa, or you are a politician, you are a fraudster, you're into one or two dirty things. That is 70% of Nigerians' mindset.
Wow.
Without even thinking of the consequences. So they just want free to air. At a platter of good, you work for it. That is why one politician said Nigerians youth are lazy. It is true.
Are you for real?
Yes. So I don't think I would have.
Are you lazy? You're youth now. Are you lazy?
Nigerians.
Okay, are you a Nigerian youth?
No, okay, the person generalized it. Maybe that was a mistake the person made. You get. So, but 70% of Nigerian youth, they are lazy.
But do you know, even when they travel out of the country, they work so hard. Nigerians work so hard. Even when they go for academics, when they go for their masters, their PhD, they come out first class. So we're not lazy. I don't think Nigerian youths are lazy.
Because they know they have, if you go there, you don't expect me to send you money from Nigeria to pay your bills.
Oh, wow.
You pay for your water, you pay for electricity, you pay for everything. But once you can have a borehole, you can use water the way you like. So when you have that mindset, I'm going to pay for this, I'm going to pay for this. It's not like here when you're hungry. My neighbor, did you cook? Yes, so come and eat. There.
You can't do
that.
You can't
do that. So when you have that mentality, you're going to pay for eventually everything.
You work hard
for it.
Amazing.
But when they are here, they are lazy. My mom is here. My mom, if I'm hungry, I'll go to mom's house and eat.
That's true.
You know that mentality.
That's true. So Gabriel, do you agree with this mindset? Is success location based?
No, I do not think success is actually location based, because we have people that are actually making it in Nigeria.
Amazing.
You see, people who end up doing the japa are people that I believe have weighed their options.
Okay.
They weighed it and they see things are not working just as good for me here in Nigeria, for example. So automatically they believe that if I go to the UK, if I go to Canada, I believe that something better would come out of my hard work. I believe that at least I would be under a working system.
Okay.
So for some people, it's not ideal, it's not 100% ideal to want to base success on location.
Yeah.
Because some people still have their way, they still have the way to, mingle around and get, their way up top. So no, it has nothing to do, success has nothing to do with location.
So thank you very much for that. So Mabel, what do you think social media has done to like the young people of this generation wanting to japa? You know, social media influences a lot of things. So do you think social media has influenced this japa syndrome?
Oh, social media.
You know, people going out, posting, like how they just arrived in the UK, Canada, they post snow, and you in Nigeria, you've not seen snow before. You now want to say, oh, okay, let me travel out and see how it works. So do you think social media influences japa?
Yes, social media, yes, it does.
Okay.
To an extent, you get. Because there's this heading, do not believe everything you see on social media.
Social media, that's true.
But the way Nigerians have taken this social media thing is alarming.
That's right.
We are so into it, like our life depends on it.
Wow.
And as a parent, I know this Gen Z, like they say, but as a parent, there are some things you should teach your children. You shouldn't, it's not everything. Like my son, there was a time he wanted to download this normal YouTube.
Okay.
I saw it, I deleted it. Then I downloaded the YouTube Kids.
Kids, good.
There are things that are for kids. But most of our parents these days are the ones even encouraging this whole thing.
Oh, wow.
They are encouraging it. You can't be watching what an adult is supposed to watch and your child is by your side.
That's very
You'll be watching it. And that same child will be watching it with you. And you are cool with it. So social media has influenced our youth in a negative way when it comes to japa.
Wow.
They have this mindset, like I for once, I think I was a victim then.
Okay.
You know, I've not traveled, I will travel, I will stop taking a lot of pictures, I will go to this and but when I was opportune, I was like, this is not how I used to see it on social media, you know? So probably because majority of them have not had the opportunity to travel. So when they do, they will not like, life is different.
Life is different. Yeah.
Life is different.
That's true.
You get. So it has influenced our youth badly.
Good.
And I don't know how they are going to correct it.
Okay. So Gabriel, like she said, when social media, she said social media has influenced greatly concerning this japa syndrome and all that. And then when people actually now japa and they get there, they now face the reality of life. Like, okay, they even face loneliness. Like you said, you can't even beg somebody
it takes a while for you to
so I wanted to talk about that, the reality of japa. I wanted to talk about it.
I think the reality of japa is a harsh one. Because imagine someone who goes into a country where you don't even have anybody there. Imagine going into, let's say, the UK now, and then you probably don't even have a relative where you could even camp with for a little time. So it would actually, for a while, mess with your mental health. Because you don't have someone that you're necessarily talking to that could relate with you. That's why most Nigerians, when they go there, the first objective when they japa is to look for their fellow Nigerian brother. Because at least they get to relate with them, share their stories and understand their pain on what they are going through at that point. So the reality after japa is a very, very harsh one. So that's what it is.
Wow. Well, you've heard it from Gabriel. The reality of japaing is a very harsh one, because when you get there as a Nigerian, you may not even have family members or friends to stay with you for a while you get your feet on the ground. Well, we're still on the topic, Japa syndrome. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Youth Perspective. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Japa syndrome. And I have still with me in the studio two amazing guests helping me to unpack this important conversation. Now, moving to you, Mabel, how do you think this Japa syndrome has affected Nigeria? You know, a lot of our professionals are traveling out of the country, like a lot of doctors, nurses, you know. How does that affect us as a country?
Professionally, those people, those professionals, like you said, they are opportune to make it very fast when they japa.
Wow.
Like the healthcare sector, the teachers, in fact, it's like, let me use this popular word, now them they rush us.
Oh, they rush there for there.
Exactly.
Wow.
So so if you are into one of those professions, and you're like, oh, come over there, you get a better job, you know, you live good, you have to leave. Because our country, they are not encouraging them.
Wow.
They go on strike every now and then, no payments, no good salary. So what do you expect them to do? We are short of healthcare workers in Nigeria.
Wow.
It has really affected us, because if you go to hospitals now, you see a lot of a lot of quack doctors are the ones attending to people, to patients, which is very wrong. So if the Nigerian government can encourage professionals, I have to be specific, professionals, then Nigeria will be a better place.
Amazing. Gabriel, do you agree with that?
What she said is 100% right.
Nice.
Especially when she made mention of quack doctors.
Wow.
Because when we have a whole lot of our professionals trying to japa, and that's leaving a vacancy for less qualified professionals to fill in their shoes. Because indeed we are actually short of professional staffs. This doesn't say something too good about our government. That's why we were talking about working system. Most of these professionals are leaving the country because of they are looking for a better working system. They are looking for, you know, a place where they get to give their all, they get to protect life as they should, and then they actually get rewarded and paid as they should. So yes, it really doesn't tell a lot of great things about our government.
Wow. Okay, so moving on, because of time, we're going to take a quick fire round. I will mention a statement and you will just give a quick response, like one word response, okay? Are you ready, Mabel?
I'll try.
Okay, the first one is, Japa is?
Pressure.
Pressure, okay, I like that.
Pressure.
Gabriel, Japa is?
Japa is sweet.
Sweet. Okay.
Give me the opportunity.
Okay, next one. Success means?
Success means preparation.
I love that, preparation. I love that. Gabriel?
Success actually means expectation.
Expectations.
Yes.
Nice one. Okay, last rapid fire round. One thing Nigeria must fix urgently. One thing Nigeria must fix urgently. Mabel?
Insecurity.
Insecurity. Okay.
Salaries.
Salaries.
Better pay.
I love that.
The minimum wage to be increased.
Wow.
Exactly.
I love
for
that.
better standard of living, pretty much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Today's discussion reminds us that the decision to relocate is deeply personal. For some, moving abroad opens doors to education, career growth, safety, and new opportunities. For others, success has come from building businesses, creating jobs, and making an impact right here in Nigeria. Perhaps the real question isn't simply whether to japa or to stay. It's whether we are preparing ourselves with the right skills, mindsets, and resilience to succeed wherever we choose to be. At the same time, creating a country where young people can thrive should remain a shared responsibility for governments, the private sector, communities, and citizens alike. Thank you to our amazing guests for sharing their insights, and thank you our viewers for staying with us. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to join us again next week for another engaging edition of Youth's Perspective, where every opinion matters and every voice counts. I am Lydia Azuka. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep seeking solutions, and keep believing in the power of positive change. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
This is Aqua Game, a popular game in Africa played by our ancestors to entertain themselves after each day of farming. It is also relevant in our coronation in Africa. It is a sport and indeed very interesting, as every seed had a role in the game. Playtime is 45 minutes per set. There is no age limit as long as you can spin Aqua seed. Ayo or Aqua Game, known as the game of intellectual. This game requires a lot of mathematical skills. Aqua Game is played with carved wooden box containing 12 holes.
ITV, certainly the best.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful episode of your favorite Rendezvous for Guys on television, and I'm talking about the Guys Hangout Show on independent television, reaching you live from Benin City, Edo State, Southside Nigeria, West Side Africa. Now, for starters, the Guys Hangout Show is a very, very interesting show that teaches men to put themselves first in a society where nobody cares about the feelings of men. All right, so we encourage men to prioritize themselves. I believe that it's only when you invest in yourself that you can give out to those around you. After all, you can't give what you don't have. My name is Harry Agboje, and of course, it's my pleasure to have you join me on another beautiful episode of the show. Now, tonight I've got two gentlemen with me. Of course, they've been with me before, and we're doing this again. And let me begin with the one that sits far away from me. All right? To my far left is someone that is really passionate about everything that concerns guys. Okay, he goes by the name of Osas Zabi.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. It's great being here again today.
And it's great to have you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, and of course, seated next to Zabayo is someone else who is also very passionate about masculinity. He goes by the name of Benedict Ochagu. It's good to have you on the show, bro.
Were you thinking about it?
No, I was actually looking for a better way to introduce you.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure being here, knowing that you are listening and watching us from the comfort of your home.
Absolutely.
We are once again here.
Okay, so gentlemen, we have something really serious to talk about. It's one of those very controversial subjects. And of course, you know that we live in a controversial era where certain things tend to offend certain people. Okay, so as guys, we come across some terms that we use and some persons just get offended. And one of such terms is, you know, jealousy and insecurity. All right, now there seems to be a thin line between both. How would you define jealousy and how would you define insecurity? Some persons believe that both of them are the same thing. Now, what's your take? How do you see both words? Do you think, you know, they are the same, or do you think one is good and the other one is bad? So let me just hear your thoughts on that. Let me begin with you, Zabi.
Yeah, okay. Like you said, actually, there's really a thin line between both of them. For someone being jealous and someone being insecure.
Yeah.
But they come from two different emotional standpoints. So I believe for jealousy is actually the very evil one. Everybody talks about evil is the sin, but the Bible has never talked about insecurity. The Bible has not told us that insecurity is a sin. But for jealousy, the Bible stands against that. Even the Quran.
Is jealousy a sin?
Yeah, of course, the sin. The sin. Now, how is jealousy a sin? Now, I see you progressing. I see something in you that I want, and because of that, I start hating.
Okay.
I start getting angry. I start having what ladies call mood swing.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing something in you that I need but I can't have. So that is the standpoint of jealousy.
Okay.
Now, insecurity, basically, for me, I think, or I believe that insecurity comes from me not having something, but you feeling I have something to offer, and then I now have to try to prove to you that I have something to offer, knowing deep down within myself that I'm totally empty. So at that moment, I become very insecure. So, insecurity as an emotion is something that can actually be worked on, and there are no casualties in the game. But for jealousy, then you might record casualties.
Oh, really?
You might record casualties. But for insecurities, you might not record casualties. It's just that maybe you can learn on yourself, maybe balance up where you're lacking and all that. But for jealousy, there most likely will be casualties. When I make casualty, someone might definitely get hurt, or you might want to go into any means to make sure that. I think we're having a discussion backstage about a particular firm where most persons are fighting themselves and all that.
Okay.
This stems from jealousy, not insecurity.
Not insecurity.
You understand?
So jealousy is the bad one, not insecurity.
Exactly.
All right,
that's how I want to put it.
Okay.
let me put that disclaimer.
That's a fair way to put it. But let me hear what Benedict has to say. He just said that insecurity is not necessarily a bad thing, but jealousy is actually the destructive one. What's your take on that?
I don't agree.
Okay.
The reason is, for me, first let me say that I think you have broadened the context of this discourse. Okay. I thought I don't know whether I'm the one that misread it.
Okay.
It was supposed to be about in the context of love, relationship, and all that.
Yeah, of course, you could also do what you narrate to
which is
romance,
which is a nice thing to do. But again, like Zabi tried to talk about the father, jealousy is the bad thing. No, for me, jealousy is not bad. What Zabi was explaining in his analysis is envy. Jealousy is not a bad thing. Even God is a jealous God.
Yeah, I was going to make reference to how the Holy Book says that God, the Creator himself, is jealous.
Yes, there is jealousy is not a bad thing, but again, in context, in grammatical context, some people seem to use interwove envy and jealousy.
I think it's the same thing that people do to the word pride. When you say someone is proud, You could be proud in a good way, like I'm proud of who I am, I'm proud of my accomplishments. But proud could also mean arrogance, right? So I guess that's the same thing that applies to.
So in context, for me, jealousy, if it is for romance, jealousy is not totally a bad thing.
Okay.
Because when you love, there will be elements of jealousy triggered in you. No matter how much you try to say, me, I don't care. If another man wants to have her, the man should have her. There must be something triggered in you. That is an offshoot of love.
Okay, so that's healthy.
That's healthy. But when it is taken beyond the boundary of relevance into insecurity, like he was trying to say, tends to be something, to be a function of an inner defect, and so we cannot excuse it.
And what inner defect are we talking about? Could it be
inner defect of emptiness, like he
Mm.
talked about emptiness and low self-esteem. And so, and when it comes to men, when it comes to low self-esteem for men and emptiness, we must stay and address it, because we cannot allow men to be empty.
Yeah.
We cannot allow men to be bereaved of ideas. And so because of the position, the sacrosanct nature or the sacrosanct position that men occupy, because of how important the position of men in society are, I will always advocate that men deal with the problem of insecurity. Because what brings witchcraft sometimes is insecurity. It may seem to be an innocent word, but if it is unbridled, it can lead to a whole lot of other things. Like Zabi was trying to say that it can be managed, which is the correct thing. Every man has an element of insecurity in him. You can't pretend about that. But if you have also the ability to manage it and put it under control, means that you have something beyond the insecurity itself. It means there's an element in you that is more powerful than insecurity. But if you are stuck with insecurity alone, that's a big problem.
Okay.
Right? So that is what we are trying to say, that love comes with a portion of jealousy. But insecurity with men, especially when it comes to do with a general workplace, can lead to so many things. For me, I want to say that instead of being insecure, work on yourself. Grow. When you grow, you will now find out that the next person is not your problem. That your problem was actually lack of growth.
Okay.
If Zabi is trying to do certain things, the reason why I will be feeling insecure when Zabi comes around to do his thing is that there is no value currency that I can also bring that will make me relevant around Zabi.
So you feel threatened by his presence?
I feel threatened by what he's doing. But if I have value currency, and then he's shining his shine, and I'm shining my own shine, then that self-esteem narrative will be, gradually to erode, and will become better, will become partners and not just competitors. Yeah.
All right.
So can I quickly let me strike on a part, because I believe that's where most of us want to really miss it.
Okay.
We believe that anything that has God in it is good. When the Bible says God is a jealous God, that doesn't make jealousy good. Because what happens to the people, if you now read it completely, what happens to the people that defect? The Bible tells you what happened to them, right? So that shows you that jealousy is bad. Because God now being a jealous God means that if you now give what is due him to somebody else, there's a repercussion.
Okay.
Which something happens.
So the problem is with the repercussion.
There is always a repercussion. There is always something.
Right.
So that's what I'm talking about. There's always casualties.
Okay.
So just God being a jealous God, there's always casualties.
Okay.
Well, Christians are not casualties.
All right.
I think I quite agree.
You're not getting
sometimes just in language, lexical content.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Bible was interpreted from the Hebrew and Greek.
Okay.
Sometimes the right word may not even be jealousy.
You see.
You understand? But okay, we are not here for Bible study.
All right, in case you just joined us, it is the Guys Hangout Show on independent television, and the topic for tonight is jealousy versus insecurity. Now, you just said, Zabi, that wherever there's jealousy, there is likely going to be casualties, right? Yeah. Okay, now I would like to ask you this. What would you rather have? A woman who's not jealous, a woman who doesn't quite care what you do with other women, or one who raises an eyebrow the moment she suspects that you're entertaining the advances of another woman?
Okay. So, so I think we're bringing to the context of relationship right now. So, but for relationship, I would always want to look at marriage, not dating. Okay. Because dating, anything can happen, anything goes. Nothing is cast. Nothing is cast. So I can just see your hairstyle and I'm done with you. I'm done with this relationship. You understand? Okay. But in marriages, there's nothing like I'm done with it. You're there. You're stuck here forever. You understand? So when it now comes to jealousy, then and insecurity in marriages, I believe that this majorly comes with the percentages are more from the feminine side than the male side. But whenever it comes from the male side, it's always very disastrous. Okay. That's where you see issues like wife beating and all that. But I believe that is actually unnecessary because before settling down with somebody, it depends on what you saw with the person. Now, if you saw, if for example, when you were dating, what attracted you to the person is what will attract everybody. Now, so I believe that's why most of the times guys are advised to go for ladies that have inner beauty. When we say inner beauty, actually, we don't really talk about beauty inside. We're just talking about some particular traits, some particular values and traits.
Women who are less physically attractive.
No, not that actually. Not that actually.
I think I tried to play safe here.
All right, go on. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is, I think they go for ladies that they have the value that everybody can see. Okay. And then another person sees the value and tries to admire it, and then you become insecure or you become jealous. So I'm trying to use both of them together now. So I believe that this is, like I said, insecurity is something you can work on. But jealousy is not something, they're bound to be casualties. Now, if you are being insecure, it's normal. For example, I have a very curvy wife, and then she's working ahead of me, and I'm behind, and I'm seeing guys trying to wow. Definitely, what's going on here? You understand? But that doesn't mean I'll not start getting angry with my woman, because this is the same thing I saw that I came after. You understand? But when you become jealous, is you are seeing that she's attracting favors that you cannot attract, and then that devilish spirit of jealousy starts breeding in you. And when it starts breeding in you, you start taking actions, doing things you're not supposed to do. You start venturing into areas or angles you're not even supposed to look into. But for insecurity, it's bound to be there, definitely bound to be there, because you're saying that, what's going on here, you understand that kind of thing. But jealousy, it's like I keep saying, is the actually bad one. And I believe we trust as people to just kill it or don't even venture towards there. But for insecurity, it's normal. Everybody has one particular area that is insecure. I can go into, like I've told you, I can go into a gathering where everybody is discussing football. I become insecure there because I don't really know much about football. You understand? But I can go into a gathering where of like minds, and I will flourish. You understand? So the same thing. I'll be in a gathering flourishing, and then somebody is there, doesn't understand what's going on. I just be insecure. Like, what's going on? You understand? So it's normal.
So just to be clear, you're saying that there is nothing good about jealousy.
There's nothing.
Jealousy can't be healthy in any way.
Never. I still stand there. There's nothing. It doesn't build anything good.
Benedict, let me get your thought on this. What are the subtle ways, right? The very infinitesimal ways that people exhibit traits of jealousy, not just in relationships, but in interpersonal dealings.
Well, the thing is, I'm trying, because there is a whole lot, but sometimes when I'm on air like this, I also try to keep a lot so that somebody will not go and begin to pinch on innocency of another person and say, this was what I heard on air. This was what, you understand? Because somebody, what I may say here may be just an innocent expression from another person. And then because you heard it here, you just begin to say, okay, it means the way this person
begin to mirror somebody else's life against it.
That is the word. So I'm always very careful in making general examples. I just like to establish an open-ended kind of thing, and then you make out of it whatever you will. But again, I think not being excited about somebody's success to the point where you want to do something to stop the person's success. That is one of the biggest ways. For me, at that point, like I always say, Zabi chose jealousy, me I chose envy at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it
Envy. All right.
So at the point where you be naturally, if we are being sincere, when people are succeeding around you, there is a trigger in you that where you're now like, why this is not happening to me? Yeah. Because every man wants good thing to happen to them. So when you are seeing it around, you tend to question yourself, why am I not getting this thing? You feel a kind of a bit discomfort at some point, not always, at some point. And then also, knowledge will not teach you that everybody has their turn. Then immediately you will come up and say, oh, let me celebrate those that he has gotten to their
turn, yeah.
Right? Then that is somebody who will really go far. Who, the person that it will eventually get to his turn. For the one who always take it a step further, that I must stop them, that failure is sweet when everybody is involved. That's why it will never get to that person's turn. So, that is, I would like to restrict it there. I don't want to expand the analysis so that people will not begin to mirror people, like I said earlier, people's innocent expressions as, a kind of trait of jealousy or envy, whatever language you put.
All right, thank you very much, Benedict. Now, Zabi, let's take a look at the role of social media in all of this. We are in an era of, in fact, we're in the digital era, and much of what happens in our day-to-day lives, is made manifest on social media. So what influence do you think social media has on people and the way they express themselves vis-a-vis jealousy and the insecurity?
Yeah, so I think in 2019 we had a discussion like this on radio, and I made reference to a point because I'm an added user of LinkedIn. And then you go on LinkedIn, you see somebody posting BSc at 18, MSc at 20, PhD at 25, and then you're looking at yourself like, where did I miss it? You understand? So this is for persons you don't know. But for your circle, you're seeing progress. You're seeing these guys achieving this, achieving that. It's smashing goals. Smashing goals. So I think I'm going to use myself as an experience and then as an example, and then I just break it down with the experience. Now, instead of going to jealousy, like, I'm supposed to be having this, I'm supposed to be getting this, I think what I personally do, I study the process of how they get there. So back then when I was working with a firm, I met top thinkers and big thinkers, and I started seeing how they're making progress. And would I say it's jealousy? No, definitely not jealousy, because I started going through the background to see how they made it and how they got it. Started doing my research, started going through their processes, the certifications they've done, the trainings they've gone through and all that. And I started taking myself through those trainings and the certifications. So I think that's what draws the thin line between jealousy and then realization, like, I want to be like this person now. Most persons will think, oh, you're jealous in the person you want to, but no, I know there's a process. And then I can go through that thing. This person can go through this process. I too can go through the same process and be like this person.
All right.
Yeah, so I think that's what draws the thin line. That's what actually casts the difference between being jealous and then being realistic.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Benedict, what he just said borders more or paints a picture of laziness on the part of some persons. Okay, he took his time to study the people in question and figure out how they achieved their goals and all of that. Does that not give us the impression that some persons just don't have, should I say, the energy to follow through to get to the point where, the people that they are envious of, so to speak, went through? Do you think laziness has a thing to do with this?
Yeah, it does. The one thing is the laziness, the mental laziness, the laziness of the mind, the function in the thought processing mindset. For example, like he was trying to say that he saw some persons doing great things and then I find out, okay, what's the process? As a guy, one of the ways you know that there's problem, that you might not go far if you don't deal with it, is when you embrace people's glory without trying to find their story.
Their story, okay.
Yeah, you must find out people's stories, and their story may not be basically exactly like yours, but you must also find a pathway of that story to create your own story and know that it's not going to be an easy thing in the process. So you have to find out, like he said, he need to also go and try getting certificate. It may not necessarily be that he got exact certification as some of them got.
True.
But again, when they eventually met at the table, it means that he has gone through his own process and this one, and he is now qualified to have conversation with them.
So he became relevant in the scheme of things.
In the scheme of things, not necessarily because he got exact qualification, but also because he has also learned the principle of paying price to also get some of those things. So me, I feel if you look at it and say, what makes this person outstanding? Then you also need to find out your own strength. One of the things that breeds jealousy is that people want to be envious of people who are not even going their direction. Yeah. For example, if you are saying, like my pastor would say, if you are saying I am envious of you, find out whether what interests you is what interests me.
Okay.
You may buy a
in
car.
other words, it might not even be the same.
You may buy a car and I come around, maybe you see my face and you feel I'm being jealous. Maybe car is not even my dream in the next 1 year. That's not my pursuit. So find out if a car is my pursuit, or maybe you bought a brand of car. Find out if I do fancy that brand of car before you say I'm being jealous of you. So sometimes what you need to do is find out where you are going to. Find out, create a roadmap, and then look forward to becoming better. If you can focus on becoming better in your own life, so all of this envy, jealousy will really die down. Because people can be doing well in their own choosing line. That may not be your life. And so when this one succeeds here, you are envious of this one succeeds, you are envious of this one. Before you know what happens, you are in the game of trying just to pull everybody down and everything just. So it's about building yourself. So that when Zabi comes and Zabi is speaking as a mathematician, for example, I know he's very good with calculus. You understand? And then I speak as a journalist. My drive is not to be a better mathematician, for example, than Zabi. My drive is to be a better journalist than I am today.
Because that's your profession.
You understand? Than I am today. Or maybe, okay, going into the business line, because Zabi is also a businessman. But we are not into the same line of business. I'm happy seeing him do what he does, and then I am also happy doing what I do.
Okay.
Right? My goal is to be better doing what I do. And then, again, I will also be happy that he gets better, so that when we meet at the echelon, the top echelon, we'll be able to have conversation. And life is easier at that level.
Okay, life is easier at that level. Now, Zabi, what do you think, or how do you think communication can reduce jealousy and insecurity, in relationships, not just in romantic relationships, but, across board?
Education?
Communication. Yes.
Communication.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm a very big advocate for communication. Not just communication, effective communication. You can actually be communicating and then it's not being effective. So I think when it comes to jealousy and insecurity, most of the times, majority, 100% of the time, is people don't study or understand the process that the person used in getting whatever the person got. You understand? So I think I was just thinking about this earlier. Like, I think in fact, the only way that kills jealousy and insecurity is understanding the process.
Okay.
So if I would really advise most persons that are actually making it out there, and I think LinkedIn has been a very good platform for that, where people tend to maybe explain the processes of how they got it, especially for legal means. When it comes to, for example, we grew up in Benin City, you see a lot of guys succeeding, and then you are a bit like, wow, you're supposed to be age mates, this guy is succeeding, and then you go back and look at the process, and then you now tell yourself, God forbid I do this. You understand? So there are so many successes you see, and then you just tell yourself, God forbid I do this, and then you become contented. Because you're like, definitely I can't go through this process. Okay. Just the same way for some ladies too, they see their colleagues rising up in the office, not knowing that the colleague is sleeping with the boss. Small girl, and then you're already envious, you're already jealous, and then you now find out the process, and you're like, So you immediately become contented. Okay. So I believe when we communicate much, like for example, I'm seeing you, and I like what I see, and I'm communicating. I communicate with Benedict. Like, I like what I say, and he's like, don't look at what that guy went through. You can't go through it. Yeah. I don't understand the process. So I believe effective communication actually helps to reduce and kill jealousy and insecurity.
Thank you so much. Now, as we begin to wrap up, in fact, we have less than a minute, so you're going to be saying this in less than a minute, Benedict. What's your final word, to young people out there who feel intimidated by their peers and probably don't have the energy to forge ahead? Just in less than a minute.
Be patient with yourself and take it easy on yourself. And then again, try to get better. Your speed, your pace may not be like theirs, but if you are getting better daily or weekly, before you know, you will get to a point where you just tell yourself that I have done well for myself. Okay. If you can get to that point, then you have conquered.
I like the part where you said, I have done well for myself. You're not doing well for anybody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's yourself you're doing it for. Yeah. So that will help you to curb the spirit of jealousy and envy or insecurity, okay? No, we are all going to succeed individually. The only thing that matters is what Benedict said, that we get to that point where we are all relevant on the same table, right? Not a situation where you think that other person's success is a threat to your own success, okay? We don't all have the same calendar. That other person is running in his own lane and you're running in your own lane. The most important thing is that we all succeed at the end of the day. And not just succeed, but succeed in the right way. Well, I want to say a very big thank you to my guests, Zabi Osas and of course Benedict Ochagu, for doing me the honor of being on the show with me tonight. And I hope that the next time I call on you, you would oblige me. Sure. All right, thank you so much. My name is Harry Aigboje, and until I come your way again, same time, same station next week, ensure that you do the right thing always, okay? Do not dabble into anything that you will regret in the future. Of course, if you look around you, there are lots of young people that are doing crazy things just to succeed. You don't want to look back, in the next, say, 10 years and begin to ask yourself why you took the route that you took. Do the right thing, stay out of trouble, and bye for now. Good night.
RTV, certainly the best.
In a rare display of botanical brilliance, the palm tree defied natural norms, sprouting multiple branches that bear fruits. This rare occurrence has become a wonder to many, as experts are calling it a one-in-a-million phenomenon. Could this multiple-headed marvel hold secret to agricultural breakthroughs, or is it simply a freak accident of nature? An agronomist with Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research, NIFOR Benin, the strange palm tree also raises issues of a blend of science with human interest and cultural significance for maximum impact.